Ashe elaboru, elaboye, elaboshishe. Hi Jane. Hi how are you doing today? Káàbọ̀ sí àkọ́tún ètò wa Sunday morning live streaming. YouTube, is anybody there? Elaboru, elaboye, elaboshishe. Thank you very much from Luciana. Thank you so much. Aboru Aboye. If you can hear me, do let me know. YouTube, I'm using the two mics because I don't even know which one is going to work today. I don't know what's up with the mic. Elaboru, Elaboye, Elaboshishe. So I'm streaming on the run today. I have my glasses. Oh, you love the frames. Oh, thank you. Trust me, I love it too. Yeah, beautiful, right? I think I can stream with it. So today I'm streaming on the go. We're preparing for the Sheshe Day, so I'm having to stop by at different locations to do work. So I'm out of the I'm out of our regular location today, but not the same. We are streaming live. I know, right? Thank you very much for joining. Please let me know where you're streaming from today. On YouTube, I need to know that you can hear me clearly. I need to know that you can see me clearly. Please let me know. I need to know that you can hear me clearly and you can see me clearly. Thank you so much. Aboru aboye aboshishe o. Ugbo ato yin o. Ugbo ato yin o. Eshe o. Thank you so much. From Jamaica. Eshe, eshe, eshe. Mr. Mike, Eshe Pupo, thank you. You can hear me loud and clear. YouTube is fine. Amazing. Mushi elaboru elaboye elabo shisheo. Mushi ogbuato. Keep tapping on your screen, keep liking, keep sharing. Welcome to another episode of our Sunday morning live streaming, where we learn the undiluted, unwatered down truth about Ifa, about Isheshe, and about African spirituality. How was your week? How did your week go? Let's have a little family conversation. We've become family now. You guys have been die-hard faithful. For those of you that are just joining us, don't worry, we'll get into the teaching shortly. This is Ifa College, and I am your host, Iyanifa Awoba Nkefa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa. Ekaro, Enyomo Ifa, Iyanifa Nkiyo, Ashelaboro, Ashelaboye, Ashelabo Shisheo, Eshegonio. Every Sunday, we dive into another misconception that you have been raised with about Ifa and we correct it. Yes. And then we learn the truth about our culture, about our race, about our background, about who we are, and how to apply it to our everyday life. You see that how to apply it to our everyday life is very important. That is one thing that Ifa College would always give you. Mr. Mike Esheo, Valeria, thank you very much for the gift. How to be able to apply the knowledge that you get to your everyday life. You see, that one is very important. Is that okay? Because it's not just enough to read and to learn and to hear that, oh, Ifa is this, Ifa is that. It's not just enough for that. You need to go beyond that to be able to apply these things that they have said into your everyday life so that it will make sense, so that it will become a part of your everyday life, so that you can live the reality of it. Because Ifa is not a religion, Ifa is a lifestyle. Ifa is literally a collection of the instructions, the path, the directions, the blessings, the everything that we need for our everyday life. Valerian, thank you so much for the gift. Thank you for joining. Some of you, your friends shared this post with you. Whoever it is that shared my channel with you, go back to the person and say, Eledumare will bless you. Ifa bless you. Everything you lay your hand on is prospering because the person just gave you a key to life. Because everything you would ever need in this life, it is inside the Odrifa. Yes, everything you can need in life From your finances, which is like the most important thing or the most common thing that people are looking for, from your finances to your health, to your relationships, your job, your career, where to live, your purpose in life. Like, what am I here for? Everything is inside the Odrifa. And more than that, even everything about this world we live in, please keep tapping on your screen. Medicine is in Ifa, science is in Ifa, philosophy is in Ifa, psychology is in Ifa, computer is in Ifa, marketing is there, algorithm is there, arithmetic is there, physics is there, chemistry is there. Everything you need for life is there. Law is there. How to put legal balance in life is there. So whatever the profession you have chosen, if you sit down with the Udrifa and you learn it, it will make you become a better version of yourself in your profession. And this is irrespective of the religion you associate with, irrespective of how you identify, irrespective of your gender, irrespective of where you land on the spectrum. See, as long as you take a hold on Ifa, it will direct you to what is right and what works for you. Emphasis on for you. Ifa is not a generalized information. Ifa doesn't talk to everybody at every time. And that is the reality of life. Nothing is generalized for everybody. Things apply to certain people at certain times. And that goes with Ifa. Ifa helps us to structure that. Keep tapping on your screen, please. Ifa helps us to structure that. Is that okay? So, Ashelaboru, Ashelaboye, Ashelabo Shisheo. Moshi Ogbo Ato Ogbo Ato Fun Gbogbo wa. Those of you that don't know what is Aboru Aboye, you just hear people say Aboru Aboye and you just respond Aboye Abo Shishe. Let me explain to you. Aboru Aboye. Aboru means Hababo, Aboru. It means that the ebo that we are making, the ebo that we are making, or the etutu that we are making, ebo tanru, aboru, aboye. Aboye means that the ebo that we are making, ebo tanru ye, omaye, abo aye, aboru, aboye. It means that the ebo or the etutu that we are making, it will be a living sacrifice. The sacrifice that we are making, the ebo that we are giving, it will be a living sacrifice. Now, those of you that are coming from church, you know there's a verse of the Bible in the book of Hebrews that says, we present ourselves as a living sacrifice. When I say that they stole so many things from Ifa, people will stop attacking this one is not attack, this is just simple. Aboru Aboye means to the sacrifice we are giving, it will be a living sacrifice. Aboshishe means that the sacrifice we are giving will be acceptable. Omashe, it will be, so shall it be. According to what we are making the sacrifice and the appeasement for, so shall it be. So when you greet a Babalawo or an Omoifa or an Ifa devotee, Aboru Aboye, the ebo you are giving will be a living sacrifice. Aboshishe, it will be done according to what you have intended your ebo to be for. So it presents God, make me healthy as a living sacrifice. There's one song like that, that the Sha used to sing, that they used to say, I present my body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. It was in Ifa we started giving living sacrifice. Aboye mi, ebo wanye, our ebo is living. And omashe, so that is what it means. And then when we say ogbo ato, wagbo, wato, bo means to be, to grow old. You will grow old. Your life, your destiny, everything that you represent will not be cut short. You will grow old. Wato means you will not only grow old and be, you know, there are different type of elderly people. You will be, what's that word I'm looking for? As you grow old, as your age advances, you will age with grace, you will age with vigor, you will age with vitality, you will age with success, you will age with every good thing. So it's not only that your life will be long. Some people's life is long and is useless. No, It speaks about it speaks about the quality of the life that you are going to have. The quality of that life. You will age with grace, with honor, with vigor, with vitality, with success. Your agba ó máa dalẹ̀, àgbà ẹ máa make sense. It will be fruitful. Oh, ní dàgbà yà. So wait, I told you Yoruba is a very deeply rooted language and it's deeply rooted in spirituality. And Yoruba is descriptive. In Yoruba, we don't just pray for long life. Oh, long life and prosperity. We just don't pray, I shall not die but live. Some people are living, and when you look at the quality of their life, you will pray for them to live. So it's not so much about just living. It's not so much about just aging. It's about aging gracefully, fruitfully, successfully, and just by virtue of how we greet each other, we are making such a share and pronunciation. Imagine how beautiful Yoruba is. Every time you say aboru, aboye, aboshishe, you are saying the ebo that you give will be living and it will do exactly what you have said it to do. Oma she. Oma she. When you say oguaton, it means that you are telling the person you will live long, but not just an empty long life. Thank you for the gift. Your life will not just be long for the sake of longevity, just to be counting years. Like some people's marriage is just there to be counting years so that they'll be able to say, me too, I've done 40 years in my. What is the quality of that long life? Oguato gives you a prayer that says the quality of your long life will be top notch. You see why you need to learn Yoruba if you don't understand Yoruba. You need to learn. I see you are making efforts. Thank you. But you need to learn. And what best place to learn Yoruba in the comfort of your home than the Ifa College? We have Yoruba studies for kids. We have Ifa studies for kids. The website is ifacollege.ng. ifacollege.ng. Register for Yoruba because you see what I just explained now. Those simple words. Ogbo is 4 words. Ato is 3 words. Ogbo is 4 letters. Ato is 3 letters. Those 7 letters, see what it means. If you only wake up in the morning and you look at yourself and you say, Èmi lágbájá, ọmọ lágbájá, wàá gbó, wàá tọ́, ìyẹn nìkan ti tó níwúre. If you wake up in the morning and the only thing you say to yourself when you look into the mirror is, I, Mary, or I, Bukola, the daughter of Bimpe. If the only thing you say to yourself when you look at yourself in the morning is, I, Bukola, the daughter of Bimpe, màá gbó, màá tọ́, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, that one, it has covered a very major part of your life. You see how deeply rooted Yoruba language is and how beautiful it is. I'll keep teaching you little things here and there. So now you know the meaning of aboru, aboye, aboshishe, ogbo ato. So the next time somebody greets you, aboru, aboye, or the person says elaboru, elaboye, you respond aboshishe or elaboshishe. And when somebody says aboru, aboye, aboshishe, or you respond by saying ogbo ato, ogbo ato, you are speaking words of positivity to that person. And that is our natural language in Yoruba. Keep tapping on your screen and we'll get into today's teaching. Today's teaching is about how did we get here? 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 We are going to ask ourselves how we got here. Because morning, tí àgbàlagbà bá ṣubú, á wẹ̀yìn. Ọmọdé ló ń ṣubú ló ń wo wájú. If an adult falls down, he looks forward. I'm sorry, if a child falls down, he looks forward. If a child falls, he looks in front of him and says, what's that? What fell me down? But when an adult falls, he looks back to see what happened. So that the next time I'm passing through this place, I will know what happened. As a race, as a people of color, of African descent, we can unanimously agree that we fail. We can unanimously agree that Africa was supposed to be the giant of the world, the center of everything, without any without any fear of being corrected or attacked. Africa is supposed to be the greatest continent in this world. Look at it. You and I, we're not even saying this because we're Africans. We're saying it because it is what it is. Because history has shown us that, because life has shown us that. But how did we fall? How did we? Yes, we will know better what to watch out for. So we need to ask ourselves before we move forward, because everybody, we are building ourselves back. Yes, it's great. We have all this. Thank you very much. We have all these great dreams and great ideas for Africans as Africans. The WhatsApp number that is being pinned on the screen, is my personal WhatsApp number. So in case you have any personal thing you want to ask, before we can tell ourselves we're moving forward, we're making progress, we have to ask ourselves, how did we get here? So our topic of today is going to be, everything is centered around Ifa, around the Sheshe, around our culture, tradition. But we are going to ask ourselves, how did we get here? Now, that is collectively as a race. But individually as a person too, you are going to be answering the question, how did you get here? How did you not end up as Obu? Kí ni ọ̀bọ fi ṣorí tí náà kí ò ṣe? Àwọn tí dáàdì wọn bímọ ní Obi o, wọn ò lórí méjì o. What is kí ni ọ̀bọ fi ṣorí? How do we say that? What did the monkey use to mold his head that the chimpanzee did not use to mold his head? Meaning that, what did other people do differently? Where did you fall? Where did you go wrong? How did your life turn out like this? Why is it going like this for you? That's the topic. How did we get here? Why is it going like this for us as individuals, for us as a nation, for us as an entire race? How did we get here? Once we can establish how we got here, it will help us to retrace our steps back and fix it, and to help us moving forward so that we can avoid getting back into that same place. Because if we are not careful, you see this bandwagon of Ifa that we have joined, this train that we have joined, this plane that we are catching. If we do not understand how we got to that place in the first place, we are likely to still get in there. Because see, this world is revolving. There is nothing new. Something that's happened somewhere before is coming around to happen again. If we do not want to experience this a second time, we need to know how we got here and what we are going to do to fix it. All right, so I'm having my breakfast. And you're going to tap on your screen. Please keep tapping on your screen. TikTok people, what's happening this morning? Keep tapping on your screen. Once we are on 12K likes, we'll start the teaching this morning. Our topic is, how did we get here? That's our topic for this morning. How did we get here? How did we get here? Keep tapping on your screen. Somebody says we should talk about Egbe. The person that needs information on Egbe, please go to my YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV. Please type it in the comment section. Iyanifa Ewa TV. Go to my YouTube channel. You would see my videos. Scroll. There's at least 3 videos that covers a whole teaching that is explanation about Egbe. The way I'm explaining right now, we had a live streaming, it was recorded. And then the activities of an Egbe ceremony, step by step of how Egbe ceremony is done. I also have a video on it recorded. Then a group conversation with me and alongside other Babalawos and Yanifas talking about Egbe is also on YouTube. So you will find at least 3 fully explanatory videos on Egbe. So whoever it is that asks that I should talk about Egbe, we're not talking about Egbe today. I could take 1 or 2 questions, but that's not the topic of today. And we will not want to digress. So Iyanifa Ewa TV, the YouTube channel, has been posted in the comment section. Just go to your Google, your YouTube, type in Iyanifa Ewa TV, and then you would go there, just scroll down. We have less than 100 videos, so you are not going to take too long to scroll to find the topic on Egbe. And for those of you that also need teachings on other things, teachings on Ishefa, on Itefa, teachings on the Orishas, teachings on Egbe, teachings on the different Odus. We picked the different Odus one by one and how to apply it to everyday life. Teaching about Orisha J in modern society. Orisha J is the Orisha of wealth, of financial increase, of money. Teaching about the Orisha J and how to apply that in modern day society. I have a video on that. Teaching about what role do our parents play in our Isheshe? What is the role of our parents? Are they, some of us, our biological parents are no longer in our lives and we have picked spiritual parents, and that's awesome. But what is the role of your biological parents? What did Ifa say? I have another video on what did Ifa say about sex and intimacy between a man and a woman. What the church didn't tell us about it. There's a video on that on YouTube. There are different videos on different topics in Ifa and Isheshe. Parenting, finances, Ifa and computer science, where the algorithm meets and the binary and all of those, it's all there. Different divination systems, how we make divination in Ifa, our Idafa, the use of the Okpele, Erin Dilogun, the use of the Ikinfa, and all of those. I have a video there. So you want to hurry to my YouTube channel, you want to subscribe, press the bell button, and then we'll get more teachings. And if you want to learn practically, this Odu, this Ifa, this thing that they say, what exactly is it about? Just click on, go to your search engine and type ifacollege.ng. You will see all the available courses: Ifa religion and Ifa studies, religion and spirituality, Yoruba studies for both adults and children, Ifa studies for both adults and children, the 256 Odu Ifa mastery course. It teaches you all the 256 Odu, two essay under each one, and how you can apply it to your everyday life, both in Yoruba and in English. And then we have the Erin Dilogun courses. That one focuses on the 16 major Odus and how to use the cowrie shells for divination. We also have a course, a new course that we just added called Orotio Being, so how to make divination with the kola nut or anything that is 4 pieces, either the kola nut or the 4 cowries or your bitter kola in 4 places, but basically the obi or being. So when you cast your obi, your kola nut, and it goes 2 up 2 down, what does that mean? 3 up 1 down, what does that mean? And that is basic divination that everybody should be able to do for themselves in their house. So you go to ifacollege.ng. If you have any troubles navigating the website or you need an advice, just click on the link. It will take you to the course advisor. You would, to direct you on which course is best for you at this time. Yes. And for those of you that have not been joining me every morning, Mondays to Fridays, weekdays, how to start your day the way our ancestors did. We call it Ashe for today. You receive the Ashe for each day. We pick on the Odu Ifa that directs us into the blessings of that day, directs us for the instruction of that day, and we get the Iwure and the Ashe for that day. And on that program, we say, my blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. In Ifa, your blessing is not in the future by and by. Your blessing is not on the hill that you say, oh, I lift up my eyes to the hills from whence cometh my help. Your help is not coming from there. Ifa says your help is here. Olodumare has put everything in this life before you came. So we are digging it up. That is what we do every morning. A lot of you didn't know that is how our ancestors started their day. Nobody steps out of their house without asking Ifa, what does that day hold? Nobody stepped out of their house without making Iwure for that day. Nobody stepped out of their house without talking about the Ashe for that day. I received the message to start this. I received the word to start this. Ifa instructed, or we instructed that I should start Ashe for today over 2 years ago. I was resident in the UAE at the time. I went to start up my real estate company in Dubai at that time. And I got that word. I called my priest to make a divination for me. I did divination for myself, 3 people. And they said, yes, Ifa wants you to, Ori wants you to start this thing. And there I was, struggling with, I don't want to do it. Oh, people are tired of morning devotion and morning prayer. They will just think, oh, this is another church, something, something. But then, as interesting as it was, a client reached out to me from Nigeria, said he and his friends wanted to invest in real estate in Dubai, that I should come, make a presentation for them, get their details and all of that. And of course, I hopped up on a flight as the business person that I am, and I got to Lagos. The man was in the East, and then he told me, oh, sorry, I have a meeting in Aso Rock at the presidency, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, I'll be here. I'll be waiting until you're ready. And then he gets to Abuja and he calls to say, oh, we have another meeting somewhere in Europe and we have to fly. Don't worry. Maybe when I leave Europe, I will meet up with you in Dubai. I said, sir, I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. You told me to come here to Lagos. Why are we fixing the meeting in Dubai again? I'd already bought my ticket and it was a 2 weeks ticket. So I just felt, you know what? Let me just stay. If it's Nigeria, it's my country. I'm here already. And then I stayed. And while I had been doing a lot of my research on Ifa, going from place to place, like I told you, there was this particular Baba that I had been meaning to see, but they say he's always very busy and he's also an elderly man. At that time, he was 91. So I just felt, okay, let me take this opportunity, spend these 2 weeks until I see this Baba. So I went to his place, to the town where he stays, and then I got there around 10 o'clock that morning. And then I saw a queue of people. They said everybody has picked number. They are going to see Baba today. Okay, what time are we supposed to come? How do we pick number? Can I pick number ahead? They said no. Once people come, in a particular day, he might attend to just 20 people. Another time, he might attend to 25 people. Depends on what his schedule is and how strong he feels that day. So, of course, as a Lagos girl that I am, that we are supposed to wake up at 4 a.m. I've lived in Lagos, I've lived in New York, I've lived in Dubai. So trust me, I understand what it means to wake up early in the morning. So I did wake up very early. I got to his house around 5-ish a.m. And then there was nobody there. I was happy. And they said, oh, Baba is still doing his Iwure in the morning with his family. So he will not be available until like 6. And the Baba said, ẹ sọ fún ọmọ náà pé kó wọlé, tell the lady to enter. She should join our morning Iwure. So I sat down there and he had 3 wives. 3 of them were there. And then everybody was with a phone. They were on group calls with their children, their grandchildren. And the Baba had the Okpon Ifa. They've started before I got there. And he will cast the Okpele for each child, call the child's name, cast the Okpele for each child, do the Ifa thing, and then he would read out the Odu, give that child the instruction, má ṣe báyìí o, wọ́n ní kó má báyàn jà o, wọ́n ní kó má lọ síbí o, and he will make Iwure, and then he will go to the next child. And I sat down there and I was watching. Wow, this is beautiful. And he did that. So at 91, he had children, grandchildren, great grandchildren. I guess some of his great grandchildren say we're probably having children already. And everybody would jump on the call. And some of them on their different time zones. He said Baba would wake up, we would join in with them on their time. When we were done that day, I told you I was going to see Baba for something else. When that Iwure in the morning was taking place, I remembered that I have been struggling with starting up this thing. And Spirit brought me, my Ori brought me to Nigeria at that period, not to see my clients, but to see that Baba. And I didn't know. So we were there, and all I spoke to him about was that morning Iwure that he does with his family. He said he was born into Ifa and Isheshe. So his father did it, and he has been doing it since he was a child, and he has been doing it with his family since he got married to his wives and all his children, and now grandchildren and great grandchildren. And at the time that he passes, I don't know if he's still alive at this time, but last year for his birthday, I still heard when he had his birthday. And once he passes, his children will continue it with their own family. Now imagine waking up every morning and your grandpa or your mommy or your daddy, they call you to make Ifa divination for you. Imagine that I wake you up every morning and open an Odrifa for you, teach you that Odrifa, give you instruction for your day, make Iwure for you, make Ashe for you every morning. Do you know what life is going to look like? Well, we don't know because we have not tried it, but trust me, life is going to be 1,000,000 times as good as you can ever imagine that it will be. Because the old give you instructions, certain times it will tell you, don't go out anyway. Oh, but I have a meeting planned. My friend, sit down. If I said sit, and you would sit. Only to find out later in the day that something happened where you were supposed to go. Or whatever it is you were going for was not even going to hold. And you would have wasted time and money. Just as little as that, if I gives you instructions. If I can give you instruction, there is somebody you are going to meet. If I would describe, is an elderly woman, she's fair in complexion, she has gray hair, or is a man, that person is a helper. Don't send the person away, oh. And you eventually meet the person. And when you meet the person and the person is showing interest in your life and asking you questions, Ifa has already told you, you know it. What other form of spirituality can give you daily accurate instructions and directions like that? Not everybody is going to prosper. Wake up in the morning and pray. The enemies ask everybody. Is it all of us that are fighting enemy on that day? No. It's not all of us that is fighting enemy on that day. But there is every other religion gives you this general interpretation, general instruction, general prayer, general everything. At the beginning of the year, this year you will meet your husband. This is the year of marriage. I'm not looking for marriage. What happens to those of us that are not looking for marriage? This is the year of open doors. I'm not looking for open door. I just want to make sure that this door that has been opened, success is climbing on top of success. So open door, I want to one. Is not life is not a general thing. And somebody might be wondering, so you saw that 2 years ago. Why did it take you this long? I was making research. I told you I wasn't born into Ifa. So I was asking myself, what would I come and teach people every day about the Odrifa? What do I know about Odrifa? So I spent another 2 years researching and learning and preparing myself, picking each Odu, seeing how it resonates with everyday life, one by one, learning from this place, learning from that place. Omo means a child. Omo means child of. First English translation, child of. So when they say Helen, Omo, Justina, Helen, the child of Justina, is that what you mean? Ire means goodness. Ire means goodness. That person, please go and register at Ifa College for Yoruba studies. Don't distract us today with your Yoruba question. But yes, I'm happy to answer. Ire is goodness. So it took me 2 years to be able to come up with that. And then this year, if I mentioned it again, when we had our divination for the new year, I read it, and when I did my own divination for the year, if I mentioned it again, I had to start that thing this year. I was struggling with, I don't want to become another one of those people that just wakes up in the morning to pray. In fact, some people told me, is that not what Christians are doing that we are tired of doing? I said, what are Christians doing that you're tired of doing? You are tired of waking up in the morning and making proclamations for your day. You are tired of waking up in the morning and digging up blessing, mawure, for yourself. You are tired of opening the Odu and getting instruction for you. What you are tired of is not that. What you are tired of is the way and manner they did it for you and the people that did it. So trust me, you are not tired of waking up in the morning, getting instructions for your day and how to apply it to your everyday life. You are not tired of that. So yes, on the 1st of August, finally, we started the Ifa, the Ashe for today. Ashe for today. And our 2 hashtags are my blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. My blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. Those are the 2 hashtags that we use for the program. And why do we say my blessing is here now? I'm emphasizing on that so that You are coming from the place that you know that your blessing is not something you are hoping, you are wishing, you are praying for, you are begging, you are making spiritual gymnastics. God, if you do this for me, this is what I'm going to do for you. You are, God, why are you not doing it? Why does it have to be me? Why does it not have to be me? You don't have to do all of that. You are coming from a place that you understand your blessing is here now. That is why in Yoruba we call it Iwure and Wore, Ire and Wujade, meaning that we are digging up Ire. You don't dig up something that is from above. You dig up something that is already here with you, physically here with you. And how do we know where to go and dig up? Odrifa is the GPS of life. Odrifa ni afini monomo araye. Odrifa directs you to that Ire, and then you dig it up. What Ore are we digging up? Since 1st of August, we have been digging up different level of Ore. The number of calls I received saying, I'm glad I joined your program. The way you have opened my eyes to see Ifa in a practical way, and I've been applying it to my life, and the quality of my life is improving. We're going to have segments where people will come and talk about this is it. Like real life people will come and talk about real life things, how this has benefited them. The first time I saw your life and introduced to Ifa was the Divination of the Year. Okay, for Odrifa Oturupo Meji. Yeah, thank you. And please, those of you that are full Ifa devotees, Odrifa Oturupo Meji was the Odrifa that was divined for us for this year. For this year, Oturupo Meji. From time to time, still keep reading that Odu and reminding yourself what Ifa said will guide all of us through this year. It's general, but then you need to personalize it. It's the year of the ancestors. And we can see how our ancestors is taking over young people to push the message of Ifa, to push the old rules, to do great things like Ifa Mbayelo. I don't know how to interpret that in English, but Ifa is taking over the world. The unbelievers don't know. They are wondering what's happening to these people. They don't know that we have found the light. We are the ones that is asking them, what's happening to you? Why are you still there? So let's get into our teaching for today. We're learning, our topic for today means, our topic for today is what? I mentioned it. Please, can you type it in comment section? Let me know that you're following me. What is it that we are speaking about today? Mo ṣe laboru, mo ṣe laboye, mo ṣe labo ṣíṣe o, mo ṣe ogbó àtọ̀ yín o. Kí la sọ pé à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí lénìí? Àbọ̀rú àbọ̀yè o. Rẹ̀mí Mákindé, àbọ̀rú àbọ̀yè. How did we get here? Nǹkan tá a fẹ́ gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí nìyẹn. Báwo la tiẹ̀ ṣe débí gan-an? Báwo la ṣe débí? Ọ̀nà wo la gbà tá a fi débí? As a race, as a people, as you as an individual, béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara ẹ pé báwo ni mo ṣe débí? Ṣé bó ṣe yẹ kí ilé ayé mi ṣe rí nìyí? Ṣé bó ṣe yẹ kó ṣe rí nìyí? Báwo ni mo ṣe débí? Is this how life was destined to be for me? How did I get here? And collectively as a race, pé ọmọ Yorùbá, ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire, nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, gbogbo ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, báwo la ṣe débí? How did we get here? Nǹkan tá a máa gbé yẹ̀wò lé lórí lénìí nìyẹn. Nǹkan tá a máa jíròrò lé lórí nìyẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá a fẹ́ gbé yẹ̀wò nìyẹn. Ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀, kí la máa ń kọ́kọ́ ṣe o? Ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá wa, kí la máa ń kọ́kọ́ ṣe? Before we go into our Ifá teaching, what is the first thing that we do? Kí la máa ń kọ́kọ́ ṣe o? Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ifá, kí la máa ń kọ́kọ́ ṣe o? Wọ́n ní ìbà la ń kọ́kọ́ ṣe o. Ẹ̀yin babaláwo tẹ́ wà ńbẹ̀, ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Wọ́n ní ìbà la ń kọ́kọ́ ṣe o. They said it's ìbà that we first of all do. Babalawos in the house. Are they right or wrong? My Ifá diploma students, is that right or wrong? I can see our students on the live stream. Is that right or wrong? You are correct. Gbogbo yín lẹ gbà. Ìbà is the first thing that we do. Ìbà la máa ń kọ́kọ́ ṣe. We pay homage. Ìbà means to pay homage. And when we pay homage, what entity do we start with? What entity do we start with? What being do we start our Iba with? Who is the first person we give Iba to? Who is the first person we give Iba to? Thank you, Mr. El Yadrif. Thank you for the gift. Olodumare. Olodumare. Is Olodumare we first give Iba to before we go to our Ori? How do I join Ifa College? Please type the website link. The person asking how do I join Ifa College, just go and check ifacollege.ng, www.ifacollege.ng. You will get to the website to be able to register. And if you have any troubles registering or picking a course, just send a message to this WhatsApp number that is now pinned on your screen, and you'll be able to register for the course. So Ibata kọ́kọ́ máa ṣe, Elédùmarè ọba la kọ́kọ́ máa ṣèbà fún. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà. Tá a bá ti ń ṣe ìbà, you type ìbà ṣe in the comment section. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà. Àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá. Àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́. Àṣèbà òtí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé àṣèbà. A ní kí bà wá ṣe òun. Àṣèbà gbogbo agbára tó solé ayé ró. Àṣèbà àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́, àlàkẹ́, alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ lọ́mú, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, àṣèbà yín o, a ní kí bà wá ṣe. Ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà, ẹ̀yin atẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òǹró, ẹ̀yin ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí wéré, àṣèbà a ní kí bà wá ṣe o. Ajagunmalè olúwo òde ọ̀run, àṣèbà, àṣèbà olúbíkin, àṣèbà ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà bàbá, àṣèbà ìyá, àṣèbà ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá wá sáyé, a ní kí bà wá ṣe o. Ìbà ṣe. Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà wa, àṣèbà gbogbo orúnmọlẹ̀ tó dilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire mú, àṣèbà àwọn aláṣekù, àwọn tó ṣawo kù sẹ́yìn fáwa, àṣèbà àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí, àwọn tó tẹ ìlú yìí dó, àwọn tó gbé ifálẹ̀ fáwa tán ní ká máa ṣe. Àṣèbà a ní kí bà wá ṣe o. Àṣèbà orí wa o, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá wa, orí tí òun dójú tì ní àṣèbà, orí tó ń tini lẹ́yìn àṣèbà, orí tí ò gbàbọ̀dẹ̀ àṣèbà, a ní kí bà wá ṣe o. Gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo ìyá nífá, gbogbo bàbá lórìṣà, gbogbo ìyá lórìṣà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin àpẹ̀tẹ̀bí, gbogbo ẹ̀yin eléwé ọmọ, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá àbíyè, gbogbo ẹ̀yin agbọmọlà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin oníṣègùn, gbogbo ẹ̀yin olúwo, gbogbo ẹ̀yin onílé nílé dì Ajíbọ́lá, mo ṣèbà yín o, mo ní kí bà yín ṣe o. Ajíbọ́lá mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ ọ̀rà, Ajíbọ́lá onílé ńlá, mo ṣèbà, a ní kí bà wá ṣe o. Gbogbo kábíyèsí, gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba, gbogbo níjòyè níjòyè tó tẹ̀lú káàárọ̀ òjíire ló, níbikíbi tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń jọba, níbikíbi tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń pàṣẹ, àṣèbà yín o, a ní kádé ó pẹ́ lórí yín o, a ní kí rùkẹ̀rẹ̀ ó pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, a ní káṣẹ ó pẹ́ lẹ́nu, kí bàtà ó pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, ìlú ò ní torí yín kò ní dàrú, kò ní tú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Mo ṣèbà gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ o, ẹ ṣé o, mo ṣèbà yín o. Wọ́n ní ìbà ò kí ń hún ọmọ ènìyàn, ìbà ò ní hún èmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwa ti wá júbà lénìí, wọ́n lá máa roko dalẹ́, ó dẹ̀ di dandan kémi àti yín ká roko dalẹ́ lénìí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ire ọlá tó wà nínú ọjọ́ ẹ̀ní òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ eégún, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ àwọn ìyá mi, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ ọba mẹ́fun, gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lénìí, àní kọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà ọ́. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ọbàtálá, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe èèpà òòṣà, a ṣe èèpà òòṣà, a ṣe èèpà fáwọn eégún, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ yín, a ní kẹ́ ẹ gbà á, kọ́lọ́sẹ̀ gbà lọ́wọ́ wa, kọ́ má dà sí wa lára, kí bà wá ṣe ọ̀. Ìbà ṣe. A tún fẹ́ wá lọ sínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá mi lénìí. A fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè pé kí ni ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà fún wa lénìí. Olódùmarè ní ká lọ bá Ifá, àwa wá fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ifá pé kí Ifá fún wa lọ́gbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye láti mọ nǹkan tó ń kọ́ wa, láti lè mú lò kí ilé ayé wa lè bá tùbà kó tùṣẹ́, kéku máa ké bí eku, kẹ́yẹ máa ké bí ẹyẹ, kọ́mọ èèyàn máa fọhùn bí ọmọ èèyàn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye tá a wá nílò nínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá yìí o, kó ní fi mọ̀ wá, kẹ́lẹ́dàá fi mọ̀ wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èyí tá a wí lénìí ìbà ni o, àwọn tó láṣẹ wọ́n ti gbà á, àwọn tó lọ̀sẹ̀ wọ́n ti gbà á, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ wọ́n ti bá wa gbà á, ẹbọ tá a gbé, ẹbọ tá a rú wọ́n ti bá wa gbà á, ó ti di ẹbọ àbọ̀yè, ó ti di ẹbọ àbọ̀ṣẹ́, ó ti ṣẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ àṣẹ ìbá wa ṣẹ o, ìbá ṣẹ. We have made our Iba. And everything we said in summary was giving homage to the authorities and powers that be, from Olodumare to our Orishas, to our Jagumale, to our Oyami, to our Ori, to our Eleda, to our mothers and our fathers, the biological ones from whom we journey down into this earth, to all the kings and queens, the Babalawos, the Babalorishas, the Yanifas, Babanifas, the Apetebis, the Babalorishas, every one of them, and those in the house of Ajibola, those that are part of the Aborigine Ogbuni fraternity, the Oluwos that are there, the Yabiyes that are there, of which I'm a member, we paid homage to everybody. For our ancestors, those that did Awo and left it for us, and allowed us to continue to do it, and did not allow Ifa to perish or to be forgotten, we give Iba to all of them. And then we also pray that Olodumare will give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in these things that we learn. And as we learn it, we'll be able to appropriate it to our everyday life, so that Ekwama Kebi Eku, our rats will sound like rats. Eyama Kebi Eye, our birds will sound like birds. Omo Eyan Ama Fohun Bi Eyan. Our human beings will sound and speak like human beings. In short, so that life will be the way Olodumare designed for it to be for us. Lashe Olodumare. If you want to learn how to make Iwure, all of these prayers you hear me make, you feel moved. You feel like, no, the spirit and the power is here. And yet, yes, it is. And you want to learn and you don't know how to go about that. Just click on the link in the bio. You'll see subscribe button in the TikTok channel. Click on subscribe. You will see pray the Ifa way or pray the right way in Ifa. Subscribe and start watching the videos and start learning. It's a 12-part series, 10 minutes for each video, 12 videos. That's 120 minutes of teaching and learning how to make different Iwure, both in Yoruba and in English. If you are on YouTube, you want to go to the profile and click on join to be able to join, or the description box of this video you're watching, you will see join the exclusive community. Click on it and you will be able to access the course. Okay, let's get started. You started crying somehow. Oh my, I know that feeling. When the spirit of our ancestors is around and Olodumare is, you feel everything around you. Yes, you do. So we're getting into our topic for today that says, how did we get here? It's a serious conversation, very serious conversation. How did we get here? Báwo la ṣe dé bí náà? How? As a race, as a people, as a culture, as a family, as an individual, how did we get here? Before we establish how we got here, it means that we've unanimously accepted that this is not where we're supposed to be. That's why we're concerned about how we got here. This is not who we represent as people of color, as Africans, as Yoruba people. This is not where we're supposed to be. Globally, as a nation, we are not the ones that is supposed to be running from our continent to go and slave willfully. Back in the day, it was forcefully that our ancestors were taken away as slaves. But right now, willfully, in the guise of having a better life, in the guise of greener pastures, in the guise of better opportunities, we are moving every day from our home, our land, and our culture to a place that we consider better. Now, I'm not here to say it's not better. Of course, there's so many countries out there that is better than every African country put together. But how did we get there? How did we get there? That's the first question. As a race and as a people, how did we get there? You as an individual, as a young child, you had so many dreams, so many visions for yourself, so many plans for yourself. You had so many ideas. You were filled with energy. But somewhere along the line, look at where you are today. You started that career, you went to school, you started a business, you did all of the good stuff that they asked you to do, and you are here. No improvement, nothing is changing. You quit your job to start a business because you believe so much in that idea. But here you are today, nothing to show forth in that business. Some of you even wish you did not quit your 9 to 5, even if you know that the 9 to 5 was not going to offer you anything. How did you get here? When you got married, in fact, when you started dating, great guy, great woman, great girl, great lady, you guys were in love and you had so much hopes together. I mean, you have strengths. My strength is your strength. My weakness is your weakness. We have plans. We are stronger in this place. We complement each other. We can build a future. One, we chase 1,000, 10, two, we chase 10,000. You had all these big dreams, mapped out everything, and then you got married. 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, you are just here. What happened to all those plans and all those hopes? What happened to both of you taking the world? What happened to both of you living blissful marital life? How did we get here? You are parents, or you're married or single, whatever it is, and you dreamt of having children, raising children. You will do this for your children. They will attend the best schools. They will see life. They will so many things that you did not have as a child. Your children, now you have children, 1, 2, 3 of them, age 2, age 5, age 10, 20, 30, teenagers. You look at your children and you cannot say, oh, I'm proud of the children. I mean, aside from the fact that we are all proud of everything, even Monkey is proud of his child. Aside from that, can you really say this was the dream that I planned out for my kids? Are they living it? How did we get here? How will she, baby? Where did we miss it? How did we find ourselves here? As an employer, or no, as an employee, you got on that job, you got on that career, that profession. You want to be a banker, an accountant, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a tech person. You have switched careers 3 times. You have gone into medical line. You have done this just to be able to get to that point where you feel that fulfillment that, yes, I'm doing something. You don't want to be another Dangote. You don't want to be another Elon Musk. You don't want to be another billionaire. You just want to have a life that is fruitful, that is prosperous, that is satisfying, that you can say, I'm fulfilled. But here you are, 10, 20 years down that line. How did we get here? Now, everything in life is wrapped up in Udrifa. Every question you have, the answer is in the Udrifa. Now, how did we get here? Let's go back and draw a map of how life was supposed to be. At what point does human life start? Comment section, at what point does human life start? This human life we are living. I did not say when did human life start, or at what point does every new human life start? At what point do you regard this is the start of a new human life? At what point? At what point? Biology, science class, science class. The only thing you should be mixing together is not mix science. Oh yeah. At what point does human life start? At birth. Somebody said at birth. Okay. Any other different idea or different opinion, different answer? At what point does human life start? Any other different answer? At what point does human life start? Aside from birth, does anybody have any other answer? Okay, so some people will say life starts at birth. Some people will say life starts. Oh, someone said life starts at 18. Okay. And some people will say life starts at conception. At the conception, the fusion of the egg and the sperm in the womb of a woman or in an incubator, anywhere that fertilization takes place. Some people say that is the point where human life starts. Somebody says it starts at birth. Somebody even said it starts at 18. All right, let me start answering from the person that said 18. If life starts at 18, thank you very much for the gift. Oh, this looks beautiful. If life starts at 18, what happens to 0 to 17 years? Have you ever seen people make groundbreaking success between age 0 and 17? Have you ever seen people come up with life solutions, impact their world, make successful discoveries, build successful businesses, make money, grow money legitimately before the age of 18? Have you ever heard of it before, or experienced it before, or seen it before? Please, I need quick answers. When I teach, I like to teach you from what you know to what you don't know. We go from the known to the unknown, right? That's what every teacher does. So, have you ever seen anybody experience good life? You've seen it. Exactly. Yes. So if people can impact their world, can make groundbreaking discoveries, can contribute to the society, can make money before the age of 18, it means life doesn't start at 18. Human life doesn't start at 18. So let's rule out that answer. Life starts, this human life as we know it starts from conception, from the union, from that point of fertilization. When a woman becomes pregnant, even before she is aware of it, life starts from there. Now, somebody might say, oh, but what if the child now comes out as a miscarriage? What if the mother miscarries the pregnancy? Do we say that she lost a child? Yes, she did lose a child. She did lose a life, which is why there are or what is it called, there are laws in different countries forbidding people from terminating a pregnancy, because that life that is growing inside has a right to go out, except of course it is life threatening for the mother or for the child. Some countries say that. Now, I'm not here to say whether that is a good law or not. But the fact that we are even arguing whether it's a good law or not is because there are chances that that life that is growing is real life. Now, that is physically. Spiritually, women are pregnant and they protect their pregnancy, not only because they do not want to lose the pregnancy or carry it to full term, but because they are protecting that unborn child, protecting their destiny from being swapped. It is a thing for people's destiny to be swapped. It is a thing for a child in the womb to be attacked. It is a thing for the sex or the gender of a child to be manipulated from conception. It's a thing. So it means if it is not a thing, nobody will be targeting a pregnant woman, because as far as they're concerned, she's not carrying life. They should not be able to target the woman until the child is born. If you go into a supermarket or you go into a bakery and you want to steal bread, if you want to eat bread, you don't go and steal their flour and their yeast and their sugar and their milk. You don't go and do that. Because if you take one handful of flour and you pour it in your mouth, and you take small milk, you pour it, and you pour baking powder, you pour yeast, you pour salt, is it going to become bread? No. So that the bread does not start until they bring out the bread. That is how it works for bread. But in human life, it is not until you see the child with your two eyes that the child has started existing. No. Record of the time of birth is the time that you first open your eyes into this world. That is not the record of the start of life. So if we understand that at the moment of conception is when life started, so at the moment of conception is when you are supposed to have started paying attention to that life that is about to start. Now we're asking, how did we get here? Now let's first draw a map of what normal life is supposed to look like. If we did not take the path we took, what is the other path? So if you want to find out where did it go wrong, you bring up how it's supposed to be and how it is and compare. It's like you're trying to find, all those puzzles that they say you should spot the difference. Before you can spot the difference, you have to see the plain image, and then you see the one that is not plain, and then you start to look for the difference. So we are trying to spot the difference right now as an entire race of Africa, as an entire people of culture, as an entire tribe of Yoruba, as an individual yourself, as a parent, in your marriage, in your career, whatever you are representing today. We want to spot the difference and know how we got here. So conception is the beginning of life, and you need to start paying attention from that. Now, let me tell you how our forefathers did it and the instructions Ifa gave. This is a class, is a teaching. So somebody is going to be in the comment section writing these points out for me one by one. The first thing, the moment a woman realizes that she's pregnant and it is confirmed that a heartbeat has been confirmed either via orthodox medicine or traditional medicine. We also have a way we confirm pregnancy that is different from, let me see your eyes, let me see your palm, you are pale. Men can be pale. So don't think that the only form of pregnancy test we have in tradition is just look at your eyes like this and look at your tongue, and then you are vomiting like a Nollywood movie. The moment you see the girl running to the bathroom, oh, you know she's pregnant. It's more than that. African traditional medicine is more than that. I'm a traditional medicine practitioner, certified and licensed to practice by the Federal Ministry of Health in Nigeria under the Department of Holistic, Traditional, and Alternate Medicine. Okay, so and my first expertise was in or is in fertility medicine. So I can tell you for real and firsthand that we have certified traditional medical ways of confirming pregnancy that is beyond, and this is beyond that. Is that okay? So once you have been certified either traditionally, or by Western medicine that you are pregnant. Now we are talking traditionally because we are going back in time. Wọ́n ní tí àgbàlagbà bá ṣubú á wẹ̀yìn. Àgbàlagbà wa ti ṣubú báyìí o. As a country of Africa, a ti ṣubú. As a person, as a marriage, as your business, a ti ṣubú in different ways. Kí la máa ṣe? A máa wẹ̀yìn. So we are looking back. They say when an adult falls down, they look back. It's a child that falls and looks forward. And we are not children, we are adults. So we are looking back. So let's look back into our tradition. So at the time when the pregnancy is confirmed, the first thing the woman goes to is Ifa. Yanifa, we're about to meet Ifa again. Can you just say something else without saying Ifa? Oh, I'm sorry. It is Ifa. It is still Ifa. And it will always be Ifa. Because that is the reason they hid it from us. Because this answers every question. Don't you get it? So they go to Ifa. And the Babalawo does a divination for her. And the moment they do the divination for her, they start to give her herbs to protect that child, spiritual products to protect herself, instructions. There are certain times of the day when a pregnant woman is not allowed to go out in Africa. I don't know if it's collectively in Africa, but in Yoruba culture, there are certain times of the day that a woman is not allowed to go out. Thank you for the gift. And why is that? In my video that when I talked about Egbe, that video where I talked about Egbe, I explained it. Egbe is spiritual group, cosmic friends, spiritual comrades, society that you belong to in heaven before you came to this earth. Just like you have your old student association, your Red Cross Society, your JCI Society, different societies you belong to, employees association at work and all of that. We had them in Ọ̀run. The way we live life, practices of this earth, we all brought it from Ọ̀run, so it existed there. Now, just the same way in your society and group, some people can go against the rules and regulations and be kicked out of the society, or they will be given like a penalty. We don't want to see you in this meeting for the next 3 sittings. We don't want you here. You are suspended indefinitely. The same way we do it on earth. Oh, you are a member of JC. My father was a JCI member too. So I used to have this t-shirt. My daddy is a JC, back in the day. So just like people are kicked out, in Egbe Orun too, some people have violated and they have been kicked out. You see those people, they are roaming around in what we call 12 noon, our human life. That peak of that sun between 12, 1, 2 p.m. in the afternoon, when the sun is the brightest, whether there is sun shining in your environment or not. But you see around that time, that is when those egbe that have been kicked out, that's when they are flying around. They have sent them out of where they are. They are looking for where to exist, and they are looking for pregnant women to go into. They are looking for bodies of children that is forming to enter into so that they can come into this life and live. Yes, it is not superstition. It is not superstition. And when you see in Africa, I don't know how many of you have seen this in Yoruba land, a pregnant woman is going out and they tell her to use pin, a safety pin, to pin her clothes under. Have you ever heard anything like that? Have you done it before while you are pregnant? Have you seen anybody talk about it? I'm going to explain to you why that is, and you will understand where a lot of us miss that first set of protection. Yes, you've seen it, or a smooth stone. Okay. Now, whatever it is that a pregnant woman was asked to tie depends on what their culture is, what their race is. In Yoruba land is pin. Pin is what? What material is safety pin made of exactly? Now, do you know why it is safety pin? Because the other office pin is not safe. If you use the office pin, it could prick you. So the safety pin was used because it is pin that is safe. It is covered. You can have it inside your cloth and it won't hurt you. All right. So, but what material is pin made of? Iron. Somebody said Ako Okuta. Yeah, I will come to that. Is made of iron, of metal, right? It's made of iron. It comes from the family of metal. Which Orisha is symbolic with metal or iron? Which Orisha is symbolic with iron? Sorry, YouTube, I'll read your messages. Okay. Which Ogun? Now, for every time a woman pins that safety pin, she is calling on Ogun to protect that child and to fight for that child. Ogun is the Orisha of war, is the one that fights our enemies. Ogunlakaye Oshimole, Olomi nílé fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀, Olasho nílé fi mọ̀kímọ̀ bora. Ogun is the Orisha for war that has water in his house, but he prefers to use the blood of our enemies to bath. He has clothes in his house. He prefers to use the skin of our enemies to wrap his body. He will wrap the skin of the enemy around here and come back and show. He's his own sign of a show off. That is it. So it is not superstition. They told you it's superstition. It doesn't mean anything. It is not. That is how we got here. That metal, that iron, that safety pin, it's a protection. It is the relationship. Abi, how would I put it? It's the physical representation of Ogun on the body of that child. Abi never know the meaning of it. I just normally heard of it. And the reason a lot of us don't know is because we don't ask. Our own generation, millennial and pre-millennial generation, when people tell us things, we just accept it like that. We don't ask. I'm grateful that Gen Z, those ones that open their mouth, what's lanu, and what's that Yoruba word? Wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ sókè, àwọn Gen Z ti sọ̀rọ̀ sókè báyìí. Millennial and pre-millennial generation, we do not question authority. They say do it, we just do it. We don't ask anything, we just do it. We just do it. But at least thank God for a generation where people can ask questions. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, but can I understand why I'm doing it? And can I know what will happen if I don't do it? No, it's not our fault. I'm not blaming. This is not a blame game. I'm just telling you what it is. I was a part of that generation, and trust me, I had millions of questions in my head that I could not ask out of respect for the higher authorities around me. So it's okay. But now we can ask questions. So that metal, that safety pin, that is what it was. Àwọn tó máa ń lo akọ òkúta, what òrìṣà is represented by òkúta? Which òrìṣà is represented by òkúta? Òrìṣà wo la máa ń pe òkúta mọ́? Somebody should please answer me. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ifá, so that we can move forward. Oh. Which òrìṣà? Someone said Oya, someone said Eshu. Someone said old. Please type that one. The person that said OLD, please type it properly. Ile. I want to tell farmer, please guide me. And to fine, please send a message via the WhatsApp number. Orisha Eshu is the one that is synonymous with the stone. And to bani Eshu le. And to bani Jakuta. Jakuta is also what? Which Orisha is also called Jakuta? Orisha wo la ń pè ní Jakuta? Which other Orisha is synonymous with Tabanshi or say Jakuta? Orisha wo la tún máa Ṣàngó. Now you see, in their different ways, that woman carries their emblem along with her. She carries that emblem of protection from these different orishas. Aboru aboyero, ogbo atoyin. A pregnant man is safety pin. Okay, middle. All right. Thank you very much. Please post the WhatsApp number so the person asking about if I can send a message. Yeah, just send a message via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is on the screen right now, and I have pinned it. So just send a message via the WhatsApp number. That is what a pregnant woman did to protect that child, because she knows that there are so many things flying around. There are so many spirits and negativities. There are so many physical human beings. The moment they see that this person is pregnant, they are going to check. Ẹjọ ọmọ tó wà nù ẹ̀yìn ṣọmọ alásìkí ni ṣọmọ olóríire ni ṣọmọ oníkìíní kan ṣáàsìkí ni ó yá ẹ bá wa gbà. They will just come to pregnant woman and say ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ ikùn yìí máa ti tóbi gan kí lẹ jẹ daddy ti rọ yín yó blah 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 BS that they are talking. They don't care about you. They just want to be able to touch the pregnant woman and perform the wickedness of their spirit and their soul. And if the woman is careless, my dear, it's going to happen. And let me tell you something. I know you don't want to hear this, but the blood of Jesus cannot protect you from that. Because when Jesus himself was born, if that story was anything to go by, they told them, they said, go and hide this child. Go and hide this child, because some people are aiming for his life. Even Jesus, they went to hide him. They went to hide him because wickedness was looking for them around. If that story is what you want to believe, understand that story. Don't skip that part. You say Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus is God. And they had to hide from Herod. They had to go and hide him. Okay. Your mother did not hide you. Your mother did not hide your siblings when spiritual wickedness was flying around. When family people were making inquiries about you before you were even born, your mother did not. They told her, she said, safety pin. What does it even mean? They told them to use Ako Okuta. They said, no. Covered by the blood of Jesus. The blood of the Jesus that they went to hide. Mary and Joseph went to hide their own child so that they will not end him. Herod wiped out only God who knows how many children under 2 years old, because he was looking for one. Because what? They told him something about that child. What someone said, Shey Ifa speaks. Ifa speaks every language, every color, every tribe, every race is in Ifa. So if you don't want to listen to this in English, you can hop on another platform that is purely Yoruba. You are not my target audience. Thank you. They went to hide him because Herod heard about his future, about his star. They told him that people were going there to meet one child. The same way, you are born with a lot of glory. You are born with a promising life. Your parents had plans for you. Even if your mother did not, maybe your mother got pregnant at 16, maybe she was forced into marriage, whatever it is, Olodumare had planned for you. Olodumare had planned for you. And that was why you made it among the several millions of people. I be among the several millions of sperm. That's why you made it. That's why a combination of you made it, because there is a purpose. So how did we get here? Where did we go wrong? First of all, our parents, our mother, including my own mother, they refuse to believe, some of them, not all of them. They refuse to believe and acknowledge that our life started from the point of conception and fertilization, and they are responsible to keep us and to protect us from that point. They didn't understand. I don't want to use the word refuse to. This is not a blame game, but these are the things that they did wrong. So if we are going to get it right, we are going to look back and fix it from the beginning. So the first one is, during pregnancy, there is a responsibility to find out who that child is, what that pregnancy is, how to protect it, how to protect that baby. So for those of you who are not pregnant yet, who are still planning to have more children, or you're just going to start life, you are the one that can fix it. We cannot go back and fix what happened during pregnancy. So how do we move forward from here? That's the first thing. At every point when any woman is pregnant, you start by getting every form of spiritual protection you can for that child you are carrying, because a life has started. That some people are trying to end this before it even sees the light of day. Some people are going there to look at the star and the glory, and they want to take it away, and they want to switch it. Some people are going there to switch the gender of that child so as to confuse. Imagine a child that was conceived as a male, and then àwọn tó ń yíwọ́ padà wọ́n yí sí female. Then people come into this life. I tell people, you see, let's not be narrow-minded. Let's understand. I took a training in what is called spiritual psychotherapy. Psychology and philosophy was an important part of that course. And in human psychology, you need to understand that certain things you see in life, trace it back spiritually. We are in a generation of people who have a lot of people associated as transgender. And a lot of them say that they do not feel comfortable. They are a certain gender, but they feel like they are another gender. They do not feel like, and people just say it's a rave that is happening. Most of the time, it's not a rave. As much as we want to believe that it's demons that just popped out and got into this, it's the freedom of life. Before it became this big thing on internet right now, before the advent of internet, people have been feeling uncomfortable in their own skin and in their gender. Before we knew what internet was, you have seen men literally acting like the way you would expect a woman to act. Some of them, their gender was switched during pregnancy. And when people switch gender, what they usually do is switch the genitals. That is what they switch. But the mind and the spirit is still carrying more of feminine energy than masculine. Yet the gender of that child had been switched to masculine. They come into this world and they see how other boys are acting, and they just see themselves tending to act towards like a girl. There are a lot of them that this is where it came from. I'm not saying all of them. And I'm not trying to talk down. If anything, I am one of the few Iyanifas that you have who doesn't have any discrimination against people's choices of gender, your spectrum. I don't care. I'm not bothered. As long as I will not make a divination for you, and if I will say, I cannot answer you on that person because that person is on XYZ gender spectrum, Ifa is not going to say that. It has never said that. As long as Ifa welcomes everybody to his mat, you are welcome to me. Whatever choices you make with your adult life is on you. People choose to be single, people choose to be married, people choose to be polygamous, people choose to be monogamous. People can choose whatever they want to identify as. It's okay with them. But my point is this: that switch that takes place while the woman is pregnant, these are some of the things that he resolves to. And you don't understand how some of them feel before they get to that point. So you will start, those of you that are not yet pregnant, this is where you start from. You are sad about what life has become, what we have become as a group of people, as a generation of people, as an individual. You are sad about what your life has become as an individual, and you don't want that for your children. This is where you have to start from pregnancy. The moment you take that PT test and it's positive, and you go to the hospital and a heartbeat has been detected, please help us to save the next generation of Africans. Help us to build a better generation of Africans. We have prayed for 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 years, 60, 70 years. We have prayed the Christian and Muslim way. Nothing has changed. Literally nothing has changed. Religion will tell you, if not because of prayer, it could have been worse than this. So your God can only save us from the worst that we cannot think about, that we cannot experience, that we cannot see. But it cannot change the one that is happening right now. You are gaslighting yourself. It's not happening. It could have been worse. Yet, look at Nigeria from 1970 to today. It could have been worse than this if not for prayer. But it's getting worse by the day now. As an Yanifa across the ocean, thank you. This is medicine for us in the diaspora as well. Exactly. For everybody everywhere. So those of you that have not given birth to children, you are the ones that is building the next generation of Africans. We beg you, do it right from the conception. In fact, preconception self, let's go back to preconception. The choice of the partner you want to get pregnant with, please find out if the ori of that person, if it matches with your own, because that child you are going to produce is a combination of your entire lineage and that person's entire generation. I've said this several times. You give birth to a child and it looks like your husband's auntie. Your husband's auntie was not in bed the day the two of you were intimate, but that child has gone to pick traits from there. So please, first of all, I need you to be sure where you are picking trait from to produce that next child. We are tired of what is happening to us as a culture. Before we fix ourselves, let's make sure that the next generation of children that are going to be born, they have it all together. You are the parents, you are the one that will be responsible. And I believe that for several decades to come, as long as the platform of YouTube and our website is still available, people will still hear this. So anytime you are hearing this message is going to be evergreen. Take note of this. So the first thing you want to do, check if you are having unprotected intercourse. We are begging you, is our future. We are begging you. Literally, I know you don't have any business with me, you don't know me, but please, our grandfathers and great grandfathers that made their choices, they did not know me. Your grandfather that went to meet somebody else's grandmother and look for trouble through pregnancy, they did not know us, and we are here. So we are begging you to just please, as you lie down in that bed and you are doing foreplay and everything, and you are planning to make another baby, you are making our future. All of us as Africans, make it right. Choose the right person. Find out from Ifa, I'm dating this person, we are seeing each other. In case pregnancy happens, is this the person for me? Please find out. If Ifa says no, Do everything you can. I'm not saying you should not be intimate with the person. It's the children that I'm concerned about. If you like, choose wrong um partner. Let them be physically and domestically violent. Wàhálà ló kó rẹ̀ sí, ìwọ ló mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. That one is for your own life. But the one that concerns us is the offspring that you are going to bear that will be African. So please do everything you can to make sure you don't get pregnant. Everything you can. As long as Ifa says both of you are not joined together, you are not good for each other. Do us a favor. Do the next generation a favor. Don't have children with them. But if Ifa says both of these people are good together, from the day you confirm that there is a heartbeat, go and do an Ifa divination. Do an Ifa divination. Ask questions. This pregnancy, how do I protect it? This child that is coming, what is there to note? What is there to do? They will give you guidance. If you're in the diaspora, it doesn't matter. There are Iyanifas and Babalawos in the diaspora that are authentic people. If you want to connect to those that live in Nigeria and are practicing, reach out to people online. If at the time you are watching this video, I have not grown old and joined my ancestors, because I still watch videos of people that have passed 50 years ago on YouTube. Yes. You can reach out to me. We are here together today. And let's give you the right instructions of how to protect that pregnancy and that child, spiritually, herbally, and physically. There are traditional medicine practice that has to do with fertility as given to Oshun, the Orisha of fertility. If you have any questions that I've not answered or anything that is personal, send a message via the WhatsApp number. We will guide you and direct you. So you follow the instructions to the day of conception, to the day of delivery. Now, I said spiritual and herbal protection. There are herbs that you are supposed to use as a pregnant woman, prenatal herbs, to help you to be able to carry that child to full term. Do Yanifas and Babalawos charge money for Ifa divination? Yes. Ifa said you should bring money for Ifa divination. It's not Babalawo and Yanifa that made the rule. It's Odrifa that made it. It's Odrifa that says if you want to speak to, you will put money under it and speak and ask questions and you drop it. It's Olodumare that gave that instruction through Orunmila. How much? Everybody charges different prices based on their discretion. There is no fixed price in Odrifa for it. So you want to know how much that I charge, just send a message via WhatsApp. For A22, for Ebo, for whatever it is, send a message via the WhatsApp number. So you are going to take those herbs, those traditional herbs, to be able to help you carry that baby to full term, and there is a delivery. Mommy is fine, baby is fine, father is fine, and everybody is good. But that's not the end. The beginning of another journey starts. You will go back to your Babalawo and you say, I want to do Akose Jaye for this child. First is make sure that pre-pregnancy, you people are meant to be together. Secondly, make sure that during pregnancy, you have done the divination. Some of you are going, what is she talking about? Pregnancy. Well, it's not my business. I already have children. Maybe you should sit down here. You already have children. And those children, you are not bothered about what their future is going to look like. Or you. Maybe you are just joining us. Our topic is, how did we get here? The dreams and plans and hopes you had for yourself as a person, for your marriage, for your business, for ourselves as Black people. Is that what we are living? No. So how did we get here? So to know how we got here, we look back and see what went wrong. And we have gone back. We have gone back to pre-conception. We have gone through conception. We have gone through pregnancy. Now we have delivered the baby. Bouncing baby girl or boy. I've never seen a baby bounce before, but I don't know where they got that word from. But somebody has to really have seen a baby bounce. But then a bouncing baby boy or girl. You go and do Akose Jaye. Reach out to the Babalawo and the Yanifa. And this one has to be done in person. No, Akose Jaye cannot be done for, I would explain, just follow. The proper time to do Akosejaye is before the naming ceremony, which is usually 7 or 8 day in Yoruba culture. Please power tap now. Let's this live streaming get to 100K likes. Power tap. Ah, power tap. Let me even pause and eat. Keep tapping on your screen. When you are on 50K likes, let me know. Keep tapping on your screen. Power tap. How many are we? We are almost 50. If you power tap in the next 2 minutes, we'll get to our target. Oh yeah. Keep tapping. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing, keep tapping, keep tapping. I should make more for the boys. The boys self are supposed to say, ah, mommy, oh, this is what we brought for you. Hmm? Ẹ fẹ́ sọ ìyá nífà di àbí màmá jẹun. Exactly. Preconception divination is very important to avoid so many unnecessary things. There are some children that you are not even supposed to bring them into this world. They do not have any business in this world. Where are you based? Nigeria. They don't have any business in this world. You and that person does not have any business making babies. You are just going to put the world at large at in stress. You are going to put yourself through stress and the rest of the world. Just like in physical medicine, someone that is AS and someone that is AS, what business do they have? What business do they? And you see how funny it is? Even Christianity that tells you can pray yourself out of anything, they will tell you to go and check blood group and genotype before you marry. If your blood group and genotype doesn't match, nobody in 2025, no pastor will tell you, go ahead with the marriage. The blood of Jesus will change it. They will tell you to go and drop the person. Even if you dreamt that that's the person you are going to marry, they will advise you, don't do it. So if religion that claims to can handle everything and has everything all covered, if they tell you to make some preconception tests and checks, check their medical history. Exactly. That is what we are doing spiritually in Ifatu. We are checking their life history, checking your life history and see if it matches. Thank you very much for that gift, Olajide. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń mu ọwọ́ yẹn á máa ròkè, ọwọ́ yẹn ò ní kọ̀sàlẹ̀ àpò láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. So as we are doing that in physical life, also go and check spiritually. And checking spiritually is not I prayed, then I had a dream. I was by the river. I wanted to fetch water. Then the okundoro yẹn wá já sínú omi. Then Brother Mike now came and he now removed his tie and used it to do okundoro. And I now fed the water. We now hugged each other and drank the water. And our dress just changed to wedding gown and tuxedo. That's how God said. Auntie, that's a very good story. Very good line for Nollywood on YouTube. Go and sell that story to Auntie Omoni Oboli. You will bow. Movie Emma trend be. That's not your life. It's called super story. Like I didn't go and watch story. Abe wo ni 13 weeks. Those of you that don't understand Yoruba, let me explain. When we say go and make inquiry about the person you are going to get married to or you are going to have a child with, let's leave married. That one is not our business. That you are going to have a child with, some of you, I slept and I was by this ancient African well, that gives me the vibe that I'm picking somebody from my root. Then I was taking out water from the well and the rope now caught. And I was like, oh, what's going to happen? Then Brother James came, or Michael Michael Johnson, whatever. He came and then he took out his tie or his belt and he tied it around the bucket. And we both fetched the water. And as we drank, whoa, our dress just changed to wedding gown and we grew old in it. My dear, write out that story to ChatGPT. It will develop a full movie for you. Go and produce it. That is not the proof that that is your husband. Brother James, that's not the proof that maybe even if your dreams are authentic, maybe just maybe at the best of it, Brother James is coming to help you in life. He will help you and he will go. But if you want to find out who you are supposed to get married to, and it's okay for you to have a child with Ifa, I'm not disputing your dream, but until Ifa confirms it, it is just an hypothesis. It is not yet a fact or a truth or a theory. Power tap 50K. That's what I said. You people are on 40 something. Oh yeah, be fast. So the next step is Akosejaye. What is Akosejaye? Comment section. As you power tap, tell me, what is Akosejaye? What do you know about Akosejaye? Thank you very much for joining my fan club. Thank you for the gift. What is Akosejaye? Ah, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ifá, ẹ̀yin ọmọ awo. Kí ló ń jẹ́ Akosejaye? Somebody said destiny, divination. What else? Someone said destiny. Someone said journey in life. It's a pity we have gone the wrong way. But yes, we are going back the right way now. Someone said a child's destiny. Okay. Akosejaye is a divination. Akosejaye is a divination ceremony or a divination process. That is the first divination that is done for an infant a few days after birth. That's the first divination that is done for someone. And that divination is to find out what their path in life is, what their destiny is. In short, the summary of their life. To know their do's and don'ts, what career this child is going to come up with, to know the life that this child chose before he came to this earth. Because ìgbà tá à ń tì kọ́lé ọ̀run bọ̀ wá sítáyé, ayálé àjàlá, ìyẹn àjàlá mọ̀rímọ̀rí, níbi tá a ti yan orí, tá a ti yan ìpín, tá a ti yan ìṣẹ̀dá. Ìgbà tá a délé ayé yìí, màjèsí ló bí wa, àrántí orí tá a yàn, àrántí ìpín tá a yàn mọ́. Àwọn tó bí wa, wọ́n á gbé wa lọ sílé Ifá. Wọ́n ní ẹ jọ̀ọ́, a fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tọ́mọ yìí wá sílé ayé wá ṣe. Kò sí bá ṣe máa mọ̀, kò sẹ́ni tó máa sọ fún wa. Wọ́n ní Ifá ló ṣẹlẹ́rìí níjọ́ tó yan orí nílé àjàlá. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Ifá sọ fún wa. Wọ́n á wá dá Ifá Àkọsẹ̀jayé. Wọ́n á ṣe gbogbo àwọn ètò, àwọn ètùtù, àwọn ẹbọ àti gbogbo àwọn ètò tí Ọ̀rúnmìlà là lélẹ̀ nígbà tó gbé fálẹ̀ fún wa. Wọ́n á ṣe é, wọ́n á wá fi mọ ìpín tọ́mọ yẹn ń yọ̀. Let me explain that in English. When we were coming from Ọ̀run to Ayé, from heaven to earth, for lack of better words in English, Ọ̀run is heaven, earth is Ayé. When we were coming from Ọ̀run to Ayé, we branched the house of an Orisha named Ajala. Ajala Mori Mori. Ajala is the one that molds our Ori and our destiny. As you join, click on the plus button, the follow button. As you join on YouTube, click on the subscribe button and keep tapping on your screen. We stopped by at Ajala's house and we picked our Ori, that is our destiny and our path in this life. But when we came to this earth, we couldn't remember anything again. I've pinned the WhatsApp number on the screen. Those of you on YouTube, check the description box of that video. You will find the WhatsApp number. We didn't remember what we picked because we were born as infants with little or no memory about where we were coming from and the Ori that we picked. So our parents are supposed to take us to the Babalawo, to the Ifa priest. They are supposed to take us there to make a divination and ask Ifa. Now, somebody is saying, why are they asking Ifa? Why can't they just pray and ask God? Because Ifa ni ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín. Ifa is the witness of your destiny. Ifa is the one that was the witness when it happened that day. Now, when you are trying to gather information and proof about something, what do you say? Can we have the eyewitness? Or if there was a CCTV camera that day, can we go through the camera that was covering that event? So if I was the CCTV camera that recorded everything about your destiny, about your path in this life, about your purpose when you picked it. Mm. And when we ask Ifa, Ifa opens up and tells them everything. In that divination, they know what career this child picked, where this child is going to succeed. Is this child going to travel, or is this child going to live in his birth country? Who is this child going to be, a monogamist or a polygamist? Is this child going to struggle with having children? Are they going to struggle with finances? What are the health challenges that this child is likely to have? What are their taboos? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? Everything put together is given to the parents, the mother and father, or the mother alone. The mother has to be there, sha. And then with that information, which also includes the name of that child. Remember that I said in Yoruba naming system, we just don't pick a name and name our children stone, stick, broom, mountain, gas, Henry, Jackson, James, whatever it is. Tricia. We just don't pick names like that and name our children. We understand the power of a name, because as they call, you will respond to it every time. You are a person of color. Some of you will say, but I see so many people in the West, in the abroad, their name is Mr. Stone and they are successful in life. Leave Mr. Stone and the West. You are a person of color. If they call you Stone too many times, you will start behaving like one. Àpèmọ́ra ni. Yorùbá ní àpèmọ́ra ẹni, òun là ń pè tèmi dire. It is what you call yourself. It becomes you. It begins to define you. The energy is transferred to you. Why do you think religion makes it compulsory for us to be calling one particular name? You are channeling energy to that particular name, that particular thing. You are brooding on it. You are giving it power. So what you name your child, it gives that child, it gives power to that name. That name gets power over the life of that child. So including the name of your child, Ifa is the one that gives that child during Akosejaye. When that is done, the father already knows this child is going to succeed as a lawyer. So they don't waste time. Everything they put around that child is what is going to guide them in their legal profession. They already know that this child is destined to be a polygamist. They would have started to check the child, explain to the child, one man, one wife, if you are a man, I love my woman, and if you are destined to be a monogamist, he will tell you from the word go, never you have two men or two women in your life at the same time. The moment you do, things will start to fall apart. They give those children life instruction. The health challenges that that child is likely to have, they begin to build the child's health to be immune to that thing, to guide against it. They give the child clear instructions. Don't eat this. So anywhere they are eating snail, don't go there. Oh, if they are eating catfish, don't eat it. Oh, don't. They begin to tell the child that. For children that they said that if I said this one is probably going to have problem with their stomach, they make sure that such children don't skip food. They don't eat unhealthy. They make sure that their food is clean so as not to do anything that will start to stimulate maybe an ulcer, a diarrhea, or whatever it is. They have these instructions, and it goes into the tiny details of this child's life. Where did we go wrong? That's the second step. They didn't do Akosejaye for you again. Now, while I was researching through different states in the southwest part of Nigeria, through different countries and along the coast of West Africa, I kept on asking questions. At what point did Akosejaye stop? I don't want to believe that religion was the only thing that was responsible for it, because when people went into religion and they found out that religion did not give them a substitute for Akosejaye, why did they abandon the one that they had? Why would somebody who was already used to our parents knowing about their future become comfortable about not knowing about the future of their children? Yes, religion played a very important role. But another thing I gathered that played a very important role in that is the fact that when Akosejaye is done, a lot of people are there. If the man is a polygamist, the co-wives are there. There's nothing like fake prophecy in Ifa. You see why Ifa is awesome. Let me address that question. Abi Lala. It's not possible to have fake prophecy in Ifa because there is nothing like prophecy in Ifa. Nobody is prophesying. They will carry the Okmo Ifa like this and make the divination. You will be there. You will see the Odu. There is no way the Babalawo can manipulate what is going to come out on the Okpele. You will hold the Okpele yourself and ask questions. They will put it down like that. Everybody will see what is there. Because they all came from families that is deeply rooted in Ifa, they know what the Odu Ifa is already by themselves. They know that the Odu that came out is Ogunda Erete. They can see it with their own eyes. There is nothing in Ifa called fake prophecy. But when you people will allow people to come into your DM and say, I'm an Ifa priestess. Yesterday, Ifa said I should tell you that you should come and make 3 ebo for your Ori. Ifa said you should tell who. Because Taba fed Dafa, we need your name and your mother's name. Lori Lagbaja Omo Lagbada Lashenda Ifa you. Ask them who did they do the divination for? What's the name of the person they did divination for? And what is the Odu that came out for you? You did not. So there is no such thing as prophecy in Ifa. Anybody that comes here and say, Moriron, I'm not saying people don't have gift of seeing visions and knowing things ahead of time, either naturally or they have gone to drag it out of somewhere by force. We do not, in Ifa, we don't care about that. Yes, you can say, oh, I saw a vision. Oh, I had a dream. Oh, somebody prophesied. We come back to Ifa to confirm because this cannot be doctored. This cannot be cheated. This cannot be manipulated. And this is universal. This is pre-recorded information that has stayed for centuries. So if anybody sees vision for you, has a dream for you, saw this, did this, that, come back to Ifa to confirm. It's not hard. It is you that just doesn't want to have sense. It's not hard. It's you that just wants to make life, I don't know. So please, it is not fake prophecy. Let's continue. It's because there used to be a lot of people there when the Akosejaye is being done. Now, you are making Akosejaye for a child in the presence of numerous people. All those numerous people are receiving first-hand information about that child's life, about their destiny, about their success, about their strength, about their taboos, about their weakness, particularly because there was a lot of polygamy practiced in those days. Let's even leave polygamy. Those of us that were born into monogamous homes, you know how many uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, neighbors, cousins, and everything did not like you. And they will do everything physically and spiritually to stop you. I personally had that experience from childhood. My mother's elder sister. Somebody needs to ask that woman, what did I do? As a child from age 5, till I go to uni, till I got married. And she kept on trying everything physically and spiritually to the point that everybody noticed. My other cousins were asking, what did you do to this woman and her children? I don't know. But as Olodumare and Ori, we have it. We are here today, thriving beyond what they thought was going to be. So because that existed, people pick up that information that was shared openly about somebody's entire destiny and they manipulate it, they mess it up, they use it in different ways against them. And then when the mother of the child is carrying her child around, trying to get a solution, they say, the people that saw the stand, the destiny of this child before he himself saw it, they were the ones that went ahead to manipulate things. Now, imagine that people are hearing that. She is the second wife in a polygamous home. Her husband says, no, everybody has to be present when we are doing akosejai. We cannot do it behind. That is one of the major reasons why people started dropping off the idea. They would rather not know than for everybody to know and manipulate it. But we are in an environment now, we're in a generation and an age now where a woman can decide and say, I don't want anybody present at the akosejaye of my child. Women can now speak. I don't want anybody present there. She can now tell her husband, this is the reason I don't want your mom there, or your brother, or your sister, or anybody. Just me. Even you, I don't trust you with the information. It's okay. Because some of your husbands, they are mommy's baby. By the time their family member twist them and turn them and press their mumu button, bye. Lo mama da be feeder omode. They will just open their mouth and be pointing out everything that the babala will say. Because as far as they are concerned, when the problem starts, it's the woman that is running up and down most of the time. So that's one major reason that I learned across southwestern states and the coast of West Africa of why a lot of people dropped down on doing akosejaye. But now you don't have that excuse. So that child that you have done preconception divination about, and while you are in pregnancy, you did a divination. Now that child is born, you and yourself. In fact, life has become so easy. You can invite the babalawo to come and do it. If your husband is not open to it, but couldn't they ask Ifa who to be present? They don't ask Ifa, you are not the one that will ask Ifa who to be present. You are the one that will bring the people that you want there. Asking Ifa is because you feel you had a choice. If you are listening to me, you understand that I said back in the day, it was a family celebration. People are just there. If you had any choice of asking, is because you understand that, oh, we want people and we don't want people. So you make the divination and it gives you everything, including the name of that child. And it's usually done before the child is 7 days old, 8 days old, which is the day of the naming ceremony. Now, after that age, is it still possible to do akosejaye? Yes. You can still do it for a child up until like age 5, when they are still not, they are not yet knowledgeable about a lot of things in life. They are not retaining a lot of things. Up until that age, you can still do it for that child, if for any reason you miss. But once your child is past age 6 and upwards, it's no longer, that child is already of age, already understands certain basic things in life. Akosejaye's window closes. Now, your mother didn't do preconception divination. Your mother did not do divination during pregnancy. Your mother did not do akosejaye. Akosejaye window has closed. How did we get here? That's how we got here. And how are you going to move away from there? For the rest of you that still want to have children, pay attention to these things. Somebody should write them number 1, number 2, number 3, as I've listed them in the comment section. Now, once the window of akosejaye has closed, people just go through their life. That child starts from nursery school, primary school, whatever it is their parents deem fit. They start to go through life. It's the parents and the environment that just pushes the child into what they want to study, who they want to be friends with. Their choices become shaped by the people around them and the way those ones live their lives, not necessarily by what their destiny has picked. No. And they live and they go on and they become adults and they choose who to get married to based on how they feel. They choose other religions based on what was practiced around them or what they ended up getting interested in. They build careers and business based on the fact that, oh, my mother was a doctor, my father was a businessman, let me carry on the family business. They just started making random choices in life based on nothing. And then the problem started to show up. And then the confusion started. And then And then the calamity started. And then Africa became what it is. And then we became adults that don't have direction, that we don't know where we are going, where we are coming from, what we are supposed to do. And then we fell into the arms of religion that gives us a 2025 is the year of breakthrough. January, February, March. You are not breaking through into anywhere. Do you know how many breakthrough services you have attended? Where did you break through to? Then we bind and we cast and we scatterpot and we electrocute and we wrap and we throw into the bottomless pit. The one you threw into the bottomless pit last week, he still came to you today. You still threw him into this. The bottomless, that's what they call it. Oh. How did he reach bottom and come out again? We started doing a lot of what I call spiritual gymnastics that didn't add up to anything. And life is still the way it is. Then we got wrapped in religion that would tell us, even if you don't get a change today, thank God, it could have been worse. Gaslighting. I had a video on, I made a teaching on religious trauma. You should go and listen to it. A lot of us, people of color, are carrying the weight of religious trauma. We don't know. But topic for another day. Or go to Yanify TV on YouTube and scroll down and watch it. So we started going about in life in confusion. They fed your brain with a lot of things that didn't have anything to do with you. They told you to wake up in the morning and study the Bible every day and read the Quran every day and pray this way, turn to this side, look for the star, the moon, and the sun, do this and do that and do that. Religion created a day-to-day activity to wire your brain in a certain way. You go to church on Monday, you go on Tuesday, you go on Wednesday, self-fellowship, workers meeting. All of that was just to constantly bombard you with this misconception in such a way that there is no space for the truth. Even if an iota of the truth drops, these misconceptions will choke it. And it became the reality of who you are. And you too look into the mirror one day and you tell yourself, I'm born again. At what point did you lie to yourself? At what point did it become okay for you to look at the mirror, you by yourself with yourself, and not be able to tell yourself the truth? Born again. For real. Born anew. All things passed away, everything became new. What exactly became new? What exactly changed? What exactly changed? Do you know the number of millions of Africans that are born again? And as a race, we are still, I can't even say we are still where we used to be. It is getting worse. It is getting worse. This is not me attacking any, this is just us talking to ourselves like if they cannot tell you the truth, and you too cannot look into the mirror to tell you the truth, somebody should be able to tell you the truth. You should be able to come into a space where you can actually ask questions. What exactly changed at that moment you became born again? What? You and I both know that nothing changed. We just kept on brainwashing ourselves, gaslighting ourselves, imagining this thing, telling ourselves this until it became our reality. Nothing changed. If something changes, you don't need to tell yourself over and over again and practice it before. I'm holding this in this hand. If I change it to this, do you have to practice it that this is no longer blue and white? This is no longer blue and white. This is no longer blue and white. It does not need that. You will just see it, feel it, know it. Let's put aside the ones we can see. If the temperature of the place where you are changes and they suddenly turn on the AC and it gets cold, do you need to be telling yourself, oh, now it's cold. Oh, now I can feel it. Oh, the temperature is now at 40. You will feel it. You will immediately know. What exactly happened at that point? Nothing. Everything is in your head. You created the imagination of it. You know there is a point you can get to where you tell yourself the same lie so many times that it becomes real. You think it actually happened. As you are telling that lie, you are imagining it in your head. You are playing the picture. That picture sticks. They wake you up. You can repeat exactly the same thing that that lie said. You are brainwashing yourself. It's not going to change your present day reality. That is how we maintained this lie. But physically, everything is falling. But then, because I'm trying to understand how religion tells you that, oh, things are getting better. Oh, we thank God. Oh, we give God the glory. Thank you very much for that gift. We give God the glory. Things are getting better. I'm wondering, do you do consultation? Yes, we do. Somebody should send the message, should drop the WhatsApp number. For a lot of us, we had no one to teach us the truth, the effects of colonization and lack of access. See, I understand that we didn't have anybody to teach us the truth, but I first of all want us to be accountable and tell ourselves that we knew that it was a lie. We just kept on telling ourselves a lie. You cannot tell me that in the 20 years you spent in church, there was not one verse of the Bible that did not add up. There was not that one time that you sat down and you almost questioned God. What is it? You can't tell me that you never had that experience for once. No. Comment section. Let's talk about it. Someone will say, Yanifa, calm down. I need comment section. Are you telling me that there was never a time that you paused to question something or to feel that something is not adding up? But the fear of, nobody can question God. Nobody can question the pastor. Let's take accountability before we point fingers at something else. I did. I asked questions all the time. Okay, thank God you did. When we ask questions, we look weird. So see, I'm not even saying did they answer you or did you look weird. I just want us to accept the fact that you had questions. Hmm. And you knew things were not adding up. And you knew that the story they sold to you, your life was not matching it. I need to establish the fact that you knew. Okay, yes, you're at a point you are confused. Confusion comes from the fact that you are questioning the state of things, and it's okay. Confusion is not a bad state, though. The moment you realize that you are in that state, what you need to do is look for where help is going to come from. So every one of us did. There is no way you will be in the Bible and in the church and you not have questioned one thing, or at one point sat down to question God on something. We all did. But they bombarded us so much. You are at home on Saturday night. You are thinking, but God, what is it? I've fasted, I've prayed, I've given tithes, giving offering. Nothing is changing. This situation is not changing. Then you wear your dress again on Monday, on Sunday to go to church, because if you don't go to church, you will go to hell. You get to church, they conjure all those nicely packaged sermons. Oh, the hope of the faith of you have to just keep praying. Oh, look at what God did for Mr. Mercy after 27 years. You look at yourself and you say your own is just 5 years. Let me start to hold on. They brainwash you again. Constant package. Monday, Bible study. Tuesday, revival study. Wednesday, summit. Every day they are bombarding you. Now that we even have internet, your pastor will send you WhatsApp message. You will join group. You will hear everywhere. They are. So at the time where you want to even say, let me even take a break and reevaluate these things. Somebody is coming to do follow up. Sister B, you cannot do this. I'm not doing anything. I just want to reevaluate my life. Is there anything wrong in asking myself when I started and now? Let me even see if things have changed. Let me see. They will not allow you, no breathing space. The moment you start to ask that question, they're about to lose you. They will now, they will go back and tell her, sister, what she's going through. What's in anywhere, ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn, cold faith, àbí cold. Kí ló ń jẹ́ ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn ní English? Kí ló ń jẹ́ ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn ní English? Ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn. Ó ti ní ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn. They will now start to fast and pray and visit her, bombard her with pray. Look at Jehovah Witness people. But pour water on them today. To be wary, thank you. You are backsliding, you are being wary. Ẹ̀dùnmi sí wọn lára lé wọn máa padà wá lọ́la. Ẹ̀dùnmi ata sí wọn lójú wọn sì máa padà wá ọjọ́ Sunday mi. And that is how we got here. That's how we got here. I'm not here to say everything in the Bible is a lie. That's not. You see that story, if it was ever true, it's for a certain group of people. Let it remain with them. I cannot question what was given to another person's culture, race, tribe somewhere. That's for them. My point is, it is not for us. Until the day they write a Bible, that the name of the characters in the Bible sounds like Adekunle, sounds like Chukwuemeka, sounds like Abena, sounds like Kwesi and Olajumoke, and then the prophet there sounds like Shango and Oshun and Yemoja. On that day, we will read it and accept it because it's our people. These people must, it's like you hear somebody and the person's name is Adegoke. You must be Yoruba. He says, oh yeah, my grandfather was Yoruba. You see something that is striking. We have not seen anything that is striking in the Bible. Nothing looks like us inside it. So permit us to say we don't want it. Now, that is how we got here. And when we now get here, somebody is asking, does that mean that if I missed it as a child during Akosejaye, that's the end? No. Ifa understands that some of our parents, they will turn out of the way. Ifa knows that when we become adults, some of us, we begin to realize the truth as we are realizing it now. Ifa made room for us. You are here, you are going here. You are supposed to be here. You've now gone like this, gone like this, gone like this, gone like this. You are now here. You have now come like this again. Ifa makes the opportunity for you to still meet the path and continue. That's how Ifa is. So that is the part when Akosejaye and Ishefa comes in. I can imagine that. That's when Ishefa and Itefa comes in. Itefa is that divination that you make that gives you your entire life in a summary that you can now expatiate and see what it is. Just like Akosejaye, Itefa has to be done in person. Now, how many of you have seen Akosejaye being done either in a video or in real life, either in a movie or on a YouTube short or something? How many of you have seen Akosejaye being done? Please let me know. Power tap, we are going to 100K likes. Please let me know how many of you have seen Akosejaye being done. How many of you? How many of you? Except in movies. Yeah, that's fine. I've seen it in a movie. Okay. Okay, in a movie. Now, you notice the part where they put the feet of the baby on the Okmoefa? Did you notice that part in the movie when you watched it? Okay, you think you had a vision of it. Oh, that's great. Did you see where they put the feet of the baby on the Okmoefa? You notice that? Wọ́n fi ẹsẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn wọ́n fi ń tẹ Ifá. Wọ́n fi ẹsẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn wọ́n fi ń tẹ Ifá. Does anybody understand what I just said now? Do you understand where I'm going to? When they put the feet of a baby on the Okmoefa, they have used the feet of that baby to touch Ifa, to press Ifa, which is what we call te in Yoruba. If you use your feet to step on something, you say mo te kini yen mole. Wọ́n fi ẹsẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn wọ́n fi tẹ Ifá. When an adult is doing the equivalent of Akosejaye, what is it called? When you do the equivalent of Akosejaye for an adult, what is it called? Comment section. When an adult does, what is that divination that is done for an adult? It is called Itefa. Kote Ifa. Tó bá gbé ẹsẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn lé, wọ́n tẹ Ifá. Àgbàlagbà bá wá ṣe, ó tẹ Ifá. Do you understand it now? That's where the word Itefa came from. Nínú àkọsẹ̀jayé tọmọdé bá ṣe ó ń tẹ ifá, tágbàlagbà bá wá wọ́n máa tẹ ifá fún. Wọn ò lè gbé ẹsẹ̀ sórí ọpọ́n ifá mọ́, they cannot put the leg of the adult on it, but that is what they are doing, that is an equivalent for an adult, is called itefa. Now, they did not do pre-pregnancy, pre-conception divination. They did not do divination during pregnancy. They did not do akosejai. Ifa says, come and do itefa. You are still there. You are saying, I heard the English word for itefa is Ifa initiation. I don't want to be initiated into nothing. No one's going to initiate me into anything. Yes, but they initiated you during water baptism into misconception, into brainwashing, into manipulation. And it was okay. Or you don't know what they did to you. You don't know it's God initiation. Put your head into water like this. 1, put your head into water 2, put your head into water 3. Between you and I, physically, what did that thing do for you? Nothing. Physically, it did not do anything for you. Physically, there is nothing it did for you. They are not, it's not even a bath. It's not even a bath to say, okay, I took the best bath, relaxing bath. Is not even a bath. It does not have physical meaning, but it has spiritual meaning. Go to the people that own that tradition. Go to the people that own that tradition and ask them what it meant. Story for another day. Let's come back to Itefa. So Itefa for my kids or just for me? If your child is above the age of 5, 6, Itefa for them, Itefa for you. Everything in Ifa is done individually. There is no collective, me and my children, mother and child. No. That's why even Akosejaye is done for an infant individually. Whether the mother has done Itefa or has not done Ishefa, Ifa will not ask whether you are an Ifa devotee. You just come, you do Akosejaye for your child. So it's done individually. Now, please, someone should post the WhatsApp number. This is the point where I ask you, why have you not done Itefa? Why do you want to continue to live your life roaming about in darkness with no knowledge of what you're supposed to be? Why do you want to continue to guess and gamble your way through life? Your parents gambled you to this point. How is it going for a lot of us? How is it going for a lot of us? Okay. So Itefa has to be done in person. You know that I said that. And a lot of people's excuse for not doing Itefa is because they cannot be physically present. Either you are far away from that place, your family doesn't believe in it, you cannot make out time from work, you cannot afford the amount at the moment. Ifa knows that you will give all of these excuses. So Olodumare gave you Ishefa, another way out. Don't worry. You see, in this Ifa, there is no any shortcut. Anywhere you turn to, Ifa is there waiting for you to say, Ogbeni, go back here. If you turn here, Ifa is here waiting for you, say, Ogbeni, go back here. You see this road, you don't have any excuse but to go in it. So there is Ishefa. Ishefa is done in absentia. Ishefa is cheaper. You don't need to be there in person, and it is cheaper. Now, does Ishefa give you the full information that Itefa gives you? No. Ishefa gives you some information that you can still be working with till you are able to physically come and do your Itefa, or physically you are able to, or financially you are able to afford it. Now, those of you that are saying money, let me break it down for you. Those of you that say money, please, those people that said that money is what is stopping them from doing Itefa, please, I need to know, what country are you resident in? Just let me know the country. You can just type the code. If it's Nigeria, just write NG. If it is United States, write USA. If it's UK, just write it like that. Ghana, write GH. What country? Keep tapping. Let me get the question. It's amazing that as much as I grew up as a Christian, I've never been baptized. Wow. I can't, I did this every time. I think a lot of people are still in the fear of what religion says about culture. Yeah, true that. I just need, what is it? Let me see. I just need Ire to flow for me so I can care for our needs and go to my ear to get it done. Okay. What can someone do to find a way back to traditional roots? That's where you are right now. Send a message via WhatsApp. That person that asked, what's the name? Something please. Something MO something please. Just send a message via the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is on the screen right now. I will pin it. So the those of you that are saying that you cannot afford it, let's have a conversation. Um Now I know there was a reason for it. Exactly. So somebody said Nigeria, somebody said Libya, Nigeria, the US, Nigeria. Okay. Now let's talk about it. For those of you that said Nigeria, let's talk about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You two said Nigeria. Okay. Let's talk about this is 2025. Let's talk about shortly after lockdown. Before lockdown, during lockdown, around that time, how much was a naira to the dollar at that time? I'm driving at something. I want us to break it down. How much was a naira to dollar? And how much was the price of things? I don't need you to type it for me in the comment section. I'm just asking you. Now, for those of you that were paying house rent in 2020, 2021, 2022, how much was the house rent around that time? Just let's pick a figure. Take, for instance, your house rent around that time was like 100,000 naira. For those of you in naira, in Nigeria. In 2025, how much is your house rent now? At least on a multiplying effect, can you tell me if your house rent at 20 to compare your house rent in 2021 to 2025? Has it gone times 2 or times 3 or times 4? Let me have the multiplier. I want you to also do this. Let's do this together. Let me have the multiplier. For me, the house I was living in 2021, shortly after lockdown, compared to the house that I'm living now, if those two houses were put on rent, it's times 4 what I used to pay for rent in 2021. That's what I'm paying right now, times 4. And it's pretty much the same size of house. Times 4. That's what it is. Times 4. So for those of you, someone said people are using 20M for Hajj every year. For those of you that are now, do you know why I'm asking this? Is because Yorùbá máa ń sọ nǹkan kan wọ́n ní ẹni tá a fẹ́ lọ kí ẹni tá a fẹ́ ràn nílé ẹ̀ máa ń jìn. The person that we don't love is the one that his house is far. If you love somebody, you will make a way to get there. And I mean that literally. Somebody said people spend over 20M for Hajj every year. See, the day you tell yourself that this thing is compulsory, you will find the money for it. Wow, see the dollar that is praying. Mr. Mike Eshegoni, thank you for that gift. You will find the money for it. Eledumare forbids it. Our Orisha forbids it. Ifa forbids it. Imagine you have an emergency today that requires 3 million naira. It's Valerian. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I thought I was seeing Mr. Mike's name before. Ajay will bless you. Ajay will multiply it. Meaning that your hand will not get to the bottom of your pocket. Count will not hit red in real life term. As you are supporting, your ancestors will support you. You are playing your own part to make sure that Ifa and Isheshe is moving forward. The part that the Orishas have to play in your success, they will do it without delay. Thank you so much. And to everybody that has given a gift to, I appreciate it. Ifá bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, Elédùmarè á bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, àwọn aláṣekù wọn á bá wa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. So if an emergency comes up today, you will find that money and you will do it. Most of you are waiting for free money that is outside of your regular bills. That is what you are waiting for before you can do Ishefa or Itefa. That's the reason. If you mentally add it to a bill, I have some of my clients who are doing that. I can't give your blessing to someone else. I just will not give your blessing to someone else. Last share, Mary. Your blessing is yours and it will stay with you, it will grow with you, it will multiply with you. Last share, Mary. Kò dẹ̀ ní dìbànújẹ́ mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ àṣẹ. If you, like I was saying, I have a client who makes out, she adds it as a monthly, like a monthly bill, and she puts it in $200 extra every month. Every month. Ìjọ tó dẹ̀ pé she came to do it. It took her 1 year to be able to save up for it. And she did. She had already made an initial payment of 500. And she kept on. She said she cannot do 500 every month. 200 every month. And after 1 year, her money was completed and she did her Itefa. I've had clients who have contributed little amount like that. At a point, I just felt, whoa, let me add up for you. Come and do it. I've had clients who have called me to say, this is how much I can afford now. If I spend this money and if I don't know where the other one will come, they send it in. They do their Itefa and they work a payment plan to continue to pay back. It's because it is compulsory for them. Because they have made it compulsory. Now, I'm not talking about people that have zero income. I'm not talking about people that have zero income. I'm talking about you that you have steady income. But you're looking at it like, how much is my salary? Itefa is much. Ishefa is. If they call you tomorrow morning and they say your grandmother's teeth removed and they want to go and fix it back at the dentist and they need $2,000, you will find it and send it home. If something happens, like this, in Korere lo mama shele siwa, please post the WhatsApp number. In Korere lo mama shele siwa, you will find it. So make Itefa a priority for you. If you know what it is, you will find a way for it. That's the truth. So when you are in comment section saying the Babalawos and the Yanifas have made it too expensive, they made school too expensive. Did you drop out? Did you stop sending your children to school? They made school too expensive. Where they are learning how to sew. Now that this Nigerian girl has gone everywhere with fashion, people are going back to fashion school to improve on their skills. I heard people are even charging almost 3 million naira for fashion school brush up in Nigeria now because fashion and sewing is now trendy. You will find the money for it. So instead of you to put the responsibility of that on one Babalawo and one Yanifa, and they say they're charging too much, make a plan. Let your Ori know that you have made a plan. Commit yourself to a payment plan. Not everybody will be able to bring 5 million naira, 4 million, 10 million, 2 million, 1 million, whatever it is that your Baba or your Iya is charging. If you want to know how much it is, send a message via WhatsApp. Not everybody will be able to bring it out at once, but make plan for it. Sit with your Ori and tell your Ori that this amount of money is what I want to be removing aside. Ajay, make it easy for me. And see if it's not going to be easy for you. Since last year, you have been complaining in comment section. Yet, between that last year and today, you have spent money. But you cannot say, this is what I have saved and put aside. And you want to know how we go to where we are. This is how we go to where we are. Please, if I would scroll up to your questions. Someone says, I'm new here, so sorry for my questions. Ishefa or Itefa, what exactly is it for? It is a divination that you make to tell you your entire life in a summary. You know how people say, what's my purpose in life? How do I know what to do? What career? I've tried this, I've tried, I don't know which one was. Am I supposed to travel out? Am I supposed to stay in my country? Should I have 2 children? Who should I marry? What is my taboos? What are the things that work for me and the things that doesn't work for me? All of those things put together will be revealed to you in what we call Itefa or Ishefa. Itefa has to be done in person. Ishefa can be done in absentia. Ishefa is cheaper than Itefa. I think we have wrapped that up. Um, I got support in ways I didn't expect. Oh, let me start from the beginning. When my owl told me I needed Itefa, I went to my Ori and Egu and I said, if I need money, if I need it, make it easy. I got support in ways I didn't expect. I share, I share, I share, I share. That's exactly what I just said. I said, put that money together, put a commitment on it, and tell your Ori, tell your ancestors, tell yourself, I'm tired of walking through life without a direction. They said the GPS of this life is in one app called the Father we have to download. And they said that app is millions of naira. But I need this direction. Communicate with your Ori. Communicate. If you can stay in church 20 years praying for one particular thing that never happened, apply half of that, 1/10 of that, and see how it will. But it first of all has to start with you wanting it. Not, I told the file, if you want me to do it, bring money and then you just go. No, make a commitment. Make a commitment to it. Speak to the Babalawo or the Yanifa that you have. If you don't have any, you are looking at one in front of you by the grace of our ancestors. You are looking at one in front of you. Send a message via the WhatsApp number. Start to make a plan. Ifa allows, Ifa welcomes everybody at the different points that they are. So if your reason for not coming to Ifa and practicing Ifa is that I don't have money, you are shortchanging yourself. Excuse me, you can start from where you are. It is your life and future we are talking about. It's the future of the rest of this world we are talking about. If you have direction and this person has direction, and you raise your children to have direction, and you influence your friends and your siblings into the truth of what it is, you think Africa will be the way it is? You think we will continue to be these people? You think it will be easy for somebody to manipulate you and lie to you? You think so? You think the divorce rate will be what it is? When everybody understands the fact that before they date, before they are engaged, before they get married, they have to ask Ifa for the truth about who that person is and if it aligns with them. You think if we make that a compulsory part of our lives, the divorce rate will be what it is? No. How did we get here? This is how we got here. How are we going to make better choices? This is how we are going to do it. I have a whole video where I talked about what does Ifa say, what does spirituality say about sexual intimacy. And I've explained a couple of times on this live streaming. You think if they explained intimacy between a man and a woman to you like that in church, you think we will have problem with indiscriminate sexual partners and sexual adventures? You think we will? We will not. They try to use hell to make you feel moral. How is it going? The number of religious people that engage in what is called sin on a daily basis, you will think the fear of going to hell will keep them from it. It doesn't do nothing to anybody. But when you understand the reason, the consequences of things, you will make better choices. When they started campaigning HIV and AIDS, did that not slow down the way some of you were having indiscriminate sex? Did that not become a thing that you would ask your partner when you're getting married, please, I want to see your HIV, STD, STI test? And the moment that the person has something, you run away from there. It is choices and consequences. It's not hell. HIV doesn't have anything to do with hell. Because what? You can be a holy sister of God, and your husband will be philandering everywhere. If he catches AIDS and he sleeps with you, you will catch it. The blood of Jesus cannot stop you from having that AIDS. If your husband has it and you're sleeping with your husband unprotected. So if the blood of Jesus cannot stop you from that, if praying 5 times a day cannot protect you from that, then you should understand that It is deeper than that. If you see life from the angle where Ifa places it and spirituality places it, and you see cause and effect, you will make better choices. And it starts with that instruction that is for you as a person. It starts with your own life and destiny. There is no collective destiny in this life. There is nothing like, oh, this is what works for everybody. There is no such thing as that. What works for you as a person is what you need to find out. Religion tells you, one religion says monogamy is the way, polygamy is the sin. Another religion says polygamy is the way. Meanwhile, destiny says polygamy works for some people, it doesn't work for some people. Destiny says some people can be monogamous, they can never be polygamous. If they try it, that's the end of them. But for some people, their success is deeply rooted in their choice of multiple partners, different destinies, different people. Let's take the questions. Keep tapping on your screen. We say over here, those that know better do better. Now that we know better, it is incumbent for us to do better. Exactly. Now that we know how we got to this point, let's start to talk about how not to get there. Can we do Ishefa and then do Itefa when we are? Oh, yes, yes, you can. You can do Ishefa. Yes, that's what Ishefa is for. When you're not able to be there, you are far away, you do your Ishefa. The moment you have the time, opportunity, and the money to come home, you do Itefa. You already know that I do, but you need to let me know what you can do. Decisions decide, then everything aligns. Yes. Knowing when to do it, knowing when to do it is important too. The money involved shouldn't be the main. I talked about, are we back online? Okay, we're back online. I have a video where I talked about before you pick a babalawo, note this. Before you pick a babalawo and an iyanifa, note this. You go back and watch that video before you jump on somebody and say, oh, I want you to do my itefa for you. I want you to do my itefa for me. You need to understand certain things because it is beyond just one practice. It's beyond that ceremony. There's a whole lot of things that comes with you unraveling your odu. At your itefa or your shefa, you'll be giving your odu to give you the entire, he cannot even have the entire knowledge because your odu is 1 out of 256. He might have only learned 4 essay of your odu, and there's nothing, it doesn't make him less than a babalawo. That Yanifa might have only learned 3 out of your odu. It doesn't make her less than an Yanifa. There are 256. She will spend her lifetime learning it. So they will just be able to give you a few. Now, what is important, very important, is to stay with a babalawo and an Yanifa that continues in a journey of research, of guidance, of mentoring, and of communication with you. Because your itefa is just an envelope that you receive addressed to you. You open the envelope and you find the code. The code is your ifa. The code is your odrifa. So your code can be 22221111. This is Oyeku. This is Ogbe. So the code of your Akosejai might be Oyeku Ogbe. That's a code. You are going to spend a long time decoding it. And you cannot decode it yourself because you have little to zero knowledge of what this thing is. You've looked at this thing. Some of you don't even know the name. Some of you don't know more than the name. If I ask on this live streaming now, put together on both platforms, we are almost like 100. If I ask on this live stream now, who can give me one essay of this Odu? Some people don't even know. But yet, this is where you are going to find everything. So if you think that during Akosejaye, I'll be during Itefa, your Babalawo will sit down and start telling you are supposed to marry Johnson in number 8, D Close, Pangrove Road, Banana Island, London. You are deceiving yourself. If you think your babalawo is going to tell you you are supposed to live in France and be successful, you are deceiving yourself. If you think your babalawo is going to tell you um this and that, a lot of things that do not hear, let me tell you the truth. There's something I would always do. I will not give you unrealistic expectation. Your babalawo will give you the code and a few information. Moving from there, you will start to explore it, to search, to read, to research, and have somebody explain it to you one by one. When people say physics is in Ifa, it's not as if there's an old Ifa that physics is written on it. Oh. When Professor Sophie Oluwole said the latest discovery of physics, which is particle physics, is in Odrifa, it's not as if there's somewhere where they wrote particle physics. So people decoded it, interpreted it, and saw it. When we say there is philosophy in Ifa, it's not as if there's a topic called philosophy and it says what is philosophy. No. Even traditional medicine in Ifa, it's not that there's a part of Ifa that says cancer, buy 3 eggs and 2 Maggi and 3 bay leaf, mix it together and use it for. It's not written there like that. This is ancient knowledge that you need somebody that is vast in it, somebody that can teach you, somebody that is still constantly researching and communicates with you in a language that you fully understand and also understand Yoruba fully. It is very important. Now, people will say, does that mean that babalawos that are in the diaspora who don't speak Yoruba fluently cannot do Itefa? They can do Itefa. Even if you speak French and you're a trained babalawo, you can do Itefa. Doing Itefa is not what we are talking about. That's baby step 1. The remaining 1,000 baby and adult steps is beyond doing Itefa. It is explaining it, decoding it. Anybody can buy you a computer, but not anybody can open the motherboard and tell you the algorithm and the no. It's like you have a driver, you employ a driver, but you say, oh, I don't just want a driver. I want a driver who is a mechanic. Then I say, I just don't want a driver who is a mechanic. I want a driver who is a trained mechanic with Toyota RAV4, 2025 model. Oh, this guy was trained and certified. Toyota RAV4, that's the car I want. And I want my driver to be a mechanic of that car. We are different though. Your driver will drive. He doesn't have to be a mechanic. But the day the car breaks down, or the day they need to do this and this, you understand what I'm saying? So when you are choosing somebody to work on, I have so many people in my DM who have done Ishefa and Itefa. They gave them their Odu. That's all. The Babalawo does not even respond to their messages again. Not because he's being wicked. He has done the part you have paid him for. Excuse me. He did not promise you after civil service, and you are not paying retainer. He's a human being. If he has done Itefa for 1,000 people, you think he's going to put 1,000 people on a free retainer? No. So you want somebody that would knowledgeably walk you through this path. A lot of people have done Ifa and they say, nothing has changed in your life since you do it, since you did it. And then I ask them, what do you know about it? I know my Odu. Aside from your Odu, what do you know about that Odu? My Baba said I should not wear red, I should not eat carrots, I should not eat vulture, I should not eat the eyes of pig, I should not bathe in hot water, and I should not sleep in the dark. After that, that's all. Is that your entire life? No, excuse me. Is that what your entire life is made of? I thought we said Itefa was supposed to give you us a summary of our life. Why is it just that you know? So please, before you take your hard-earned money and go and put it somewhere and say, I just want to do Itefa, sit down. It's your money. You worked hard for it. Particularly Itefa, aside from working hard for it, you are going through a rigorous 3 to 7 days. You are going through a rigorous 3 to 7 days. No joke, it's not funny. So think about it well. Our topic for today is still, how did we get here? We have established how we got here. How do we change it? So you start. Those of you that are going to give birth to the next generation, we have given you the way to be able to preserve and prepare that next generation to be as faultless as possible, void of all of these misconceptions and lies. Do us that honor. Raise the next generation of children better. Those of you that are not yet conceived. Now, those of you that have children, let's start from you. The responsibility is on you to start teaching your children about Ifa now. Normalize communicating about Ifa in your home. Normalize teaching your children about Ifa. Ifa College has classes for children, Ifa studies for children, Yoruba studies for children. Let your children get into this program. It is flexible. If it's just 1 hour per week that you have, log into the website, get the information for that 1 hour per week. Do it. The next time you have it, continue. Let your children have it. There are materials for children out there. We are publishing a number of books and storybooks and coloring books at the Ifa College. And it will be out from my birthday. In between, my birthday is the 19th of August. It's on Tuesday, yes. Drum roll, drum roll. They taught me where to get drum roll that day. Somebody taught me where to get drum roll. Let me see. Somebody taught me. They taught, I'm looking for drum roll. I like that. What will I get? On TikTok. Somebody should tell me where to get drum roll. Drum rolls. Tell me. I want to do drum roll. Anyway, in the absence of drum roll, roll the drum in your house. So on Tuesday, let's share it, Mary. Oh, somebody said I should go to effect. Okay, effect. I think so. I think I found it. So on Tuesday, let's share it, Mary. It's my birthday, and oh, okay. Hey. Can we hear? Oh, yes. So it's my birthday on the 19th of August, on Tuesday. And on that day, I will be announcing certain things for us. And 70% of those things is going to be targeted at children, it's going to be for our children, it's going to help us, it's going to help us, be able to put our children in the line of Ifa in a way that they would understand, in a way that they will find interesting. I have been doing it for my kids. I have 5 kids. I have a 6-year-old. I have an 8-year-old. I have a 10-year-old. I have a 13-year-old, and I have a 16-year-old. So I have every age in between, from the little age to the preteen to the teenagers. And I have been able to teach my children. Those of you that have watched and learning. Oh, sorry, YouTube, it went off for a. I like how, yes, 5 biological children. Yes, no set of twins. 5 biological, amazing children that I had by myself. Yeah. I'm a homeschooling mom. I don't know why YouTube is going back and forth like this. I've been homeschooling for a while. So I think I've been able to understand, how teaching goes as regards children. So we have, alongside the other team members at Ifa College, we have put together materials that is very good for children when it comes to getting them to Ifa, to Isheshe, to help you as a parent, because I know that not every parent is a teacher. And not every parent is even knowledgeable in Ifa to the point of being able to teach their children. So pretty much you are learning. We have a chef for today morning show, 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 1 a.m. on the EST. Thank you, Valerie. 1 a.m. on the EST, and it's going to be 10 p.m. on the Pacific time zone, 5 a.m. those of you on GMT, and those of you in Dubai, to be 9 a.m. normal time for our chef for today. But on that Tuesday, I'll be announcing 2 giveaways. Yes, people have been asking, Ian, if I do giveaway, Ian, if I do giveaway, when is Ifa College going to do giveaway? We don't usually do giveaway. But this day, Sha, founder's birthday, as the founder of Ifa College, I want to do giveaway. And we're going to be giving out stuff, people will benefit, particularly children. So if you're a parent, you want to join that day and then to have materials for your children that will help. Now, one major thing that we need to change in our homes, particularly those of us that are Ifa and Isheshe enthusiasts. I watched a clip by Baba Elebobon this morning. He said, stop giving our children foreign names. Yeah, yeah, that, 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 that right there should be framed, and pinned in the circle of life. Thank you for sharing that. So one thing that we need to change very urgently, or we need to install into our everyday life, particularly with our children, is normalize waking up in the morning. Waking up in the morning, teaching an Odwifa, making Iwure in a way that children will understand it. Very important. Very, very important. Let's normalize it. When you used to go to church, morning devotion or whatever it's called, quiet time, you taught your children, even if all they did there was just sit down, and you made them participate. Our parents made us participate. That's where the early morning brainwashing started from. So you see, the same way they got us into where we are today, we are going to reconstruct our mind the same way. The target of information was what they used, and they targeted us as children. They didn't wait for us to become adults before they started bombarding those lies and misconceptions. They did it from childhood. So you are going to correct that thing in your child and expose your children to it from childhood. So we have something fun for your kids that will help you as parents to learn, to help your children learn every day. Just like you join Ashe for today every day. I can't tell you to bring your children on the screen at 5 a.m. in the morning. No. But there is something that is appropriate for children, and we will be able to give that to them. So on the 19th of August, on Tuesday, I will be announcing that, and every parent, every uncle, auntie, you have little nieces and nephews, you can extend the gift to them. Let's start to correct it from there. Imagine a generation that we are building again, that understands Ifa, that understands the truth, that knows that you need Odu every morning, that sees instruction, that makes Iwure instead of I beg, God, I beg, God, I beg. Make Iwure understand who they are. Imagine what life is going to look like for those ones. Somebody and I were speaking yesterday, and I said, if you look at the way the moral life of life generally has been decaying, if you see the statistics of moral decadence and you're looking at life like this, sometimes it's scary, the future that our children are going to grow into. But you know what I tell myself? If you root and ground your children in Ifa, you will not be too bothered, because you are giving them structure and foundation that you know that will stand with them through life. You will be confident that no matter the lies and misconceptions they tell them, as long as your children is remembering one of all the 256 Odu that you taught them while growing up over the space of their childhood life, you know they are going to be able to face and handle anything. When your child has already learned to make Ifa divination on decisions, you know that irrespective of where that child gets to, anytime they are in a dilemma, they have decisions to make, they bring out their Ifa and they ask, or they call you, mommy, I need help, please help me call this Baba, help me call the Yanifa that we use in the family. There's something that is going on in school. Even if they don't want to tell you, just tell Baba to make a definition for me. Something is happening. You know, once you know that your children have that, you are confident of the future that they are going to live. My children are doing that. Your children are doing that. The quality of people that they are going to end up meeting in their future will be better than this one that religion and westernization got us into. So let's make it a date on Tuesday. I will be making that announcement. Yay! I'll be making that announcement on Tuesday. Now let's wrap this up today. I told you that I'm at work here, so I just took out time to be able to explain this. That's why we're not in our usual location and my usual background. We asked ourselves, how did we get here? We established the process that was missed, and we are telling ourselves to correct it. Those of you that are yet to have children, that are still planning to have more children, correct it pre-conception, during pregnancy, at the time of birth, shortly after birth, and then moving forward. Those of you that already have children, this is how you are going to correct it. Inculcate the teachings of Ifa into your children's everyday life. I have a client that I did Ifa for a while back. And then I told the husband and wife came for Itefa, and I told them, take your Ifa home. They don't want to bring it home already. They don't know how to, they don't want to confuse their children. They don't know how to introduce this to their children. Their children are in church. Your children are in church. How are you in Ifa and you are fully devoted to Isheshe and your children are in church? How do you say you don't want to introduce Ifa to your children because you don't want to confuse them? Are you confusing yourself? And I told them, I said, what you are scared of or what you do not feel you are equipped with is how to be able to explain to children in a way that they would accept, because your children will come up with questions. So you mean Jesus is no longer Lord? So you mean we can no longer go to church? So you mean you are afraid of handling that? You don't know how you're going to handle that. You don't know how you're going to face your children. And it's okay to be in that state. There's nothing wrong with it. Which is why Ifa College, day in, day out, we are improving to fill a lot of those gaps. To fill a lot of those gaps. So that you as a parent, you have come to Ifa, you have something from which you can also help your children to move forward. When your children ask certain questions, it's okay to say, I'm just learning Ifa, I don't have. Let's go into what Yanifa has taught. Let's go to Yanifa's YouTube channel and see if she has answered this question. Let's go into the teaching of Ifa studies that you took. Let's see if this question has been answered. If not, it's okay to send the question to your Yanifa and your Babalawo. My children are asking this. So, especially those of you that are transitioning from Christianity or from Islam, from Abrahamic religion into African spirituality, which is why I said your choice of a Babalawo and Iyanifa. There are questions you have as somebody who is coming from Christianity that a Babalawo who has never experienced church will not be able to relate with, will not be able to answer. It is just what it is. There are questions that your children will have from children church right now that they are attending, from teenage church right now that they are attending, that they will ask you, that your Babalawo will not be able to answer because he cannot relate. He doesn't understand what that is. He doesn't know how to say, oh, don't do this again. This is what you're supposed to do. And it's okay because he wasn't raised that way. There are certain questions they can answer that I cannot answer because I wasn't raised in that. I'm still learning that. And that is okay. That's our individual experience. So if you know that you're a parent, you have children, and you are transitioning, this is the right place to be. Because as we cater to your knowledge and your transitioning as an adult, we help to cater to the one for your children too. And this fight to get Africa great again, 80% of it lies on those children that you have. Max, you have another 50 years to live. Max, 60. These children still have another what? Your 10-year-old child still, if you want them to live to 90, they still have another 80 years to live. Some of you are already in your 70s. Your grandchildren that are coming, they are the ones that owns this fight. I tell somebody, you see this Ifa college we are establishing It's not so much for ourselves as such. It is for the next generation. So you are holding one of those children that we are calling next generation. Please, we beg you. We don't want our children to grow up complaining about Africa the way we are complaining about it. To change that, you have a responsibility to make sure those children have true, undiluted knowledge about who they are, about what their continent is, what their race is, what their spirituality is, what their culture and their language is. The responsibility is on you. And if enough of you saying, I don't have anywhere to go, my father did not teach me, and it's okay. Now there is internet, now there is Ifa College, now there is Yanifaiwa TV. Just make yourself available for it. There is a program, join. You can't join, catch a replay. There is a cost to register for, a subscription to make, do it. There is the one for children, get your children into the program. Let's do that continuously for the next 2 years. The rate at which Ifa is going, let's continue like this, times 10, over the next 2 to 5 years, and see what Africa will become. See what your own life as a person will become. And collectively, what it will become for every one of us. The WhatsApp number is showing on the screen right now. It's pinned on the screen right now. So on Yewande, thank you for that comment. So on Tuesday, the 19th of August, you will join me on Ashe for today. And we're going to see what we have. I feel like telling you guys right now, but no. It's a surprise, and I'm going to keep it as a surprise. The rest of the team has said it's a surprise, so let's keep it like that. So on that day, that's going to be my own gift to every child all over the world. This is my own gift to say, heal the world with the truth of Ifa. That's my own way, our own way as a team of saying, this is how to heal our future. This is how to reconstruct and recorrect how we got here. Thank you very much for joining. If you have any questions I've not asked, please just retype your question in the comment section again. Let me see it. Retype your question. If you need consultation, send a message via DM. If you need to do it Ifa, send a message via DM. If you need to buy spiritual products, send a message via DM. If you want to register for Ifa College, go to the website ifacollege.ng. Send a message via WhatsApp. That's the WhatsApp number. If you want to join the global Ifa community, to belong to the community of like-minded people, send a message via WhatsApp. The link to the global community will be sent to you. If you want to subscribe for praying the right way in Ifa, to understand how to pray the right way in Ifa and Isheshe, click on the link in the bio. What does Ishefa does Ishefa and Itefa stop somebody from continuing his religion? Ifa does not stop you from, Ifa does not have anything to do with your religion. Final statement. Ifa doesn't have nothing to do with your religion. If you do your Ishefa and your Itefa, and you continue in your practice, you follow the instructions of Ifa, you start to see the changes in your life. Nobody will tell you whether you should abandon religion. Ifa is not going to be the one to tell you that. Babalawo is not going to be the one to tell you that. You chose to follow that, at least, even if you not choose that religion as a child, in adult life, you chose to continue to follow it. You will be the one to also choose whether you want to stay here or you not. I have thousands of clients who are not practicing Ifa, who come for their divination, come for spiritual work, come for this, come for that. And after a while, they are the ones that will say, and if I don't think I want to continue, welcome to this side. Thank you, Mamudupe Yanifa. As an Yanifa in the state, I appreciate you and your presentation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to know so I can keep, yes, you can absolutely. So once I have done it, yes. I will keep on once I've done, yes. When do you come on live? This Sunday live streaming is every Sunday, 12 noon Nigerian time, which is 7 a.m. on the EST and 11 a.m. GMT every Sunday. But then we have a chef for today, which takes place Monday to Friday, every day, Mondays to Friday, weekdays. That's 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 1 a.m. on the EST, 10 p.m. on the Pacific time, 5 a.m. on GMT, and 9 a.m. for those in Dubai. Those are the time that we come for live streaming. And if you have missed any of our live streaming sessions, just go to Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Go to YouTube and type Iyanifa Ewa TV. Subscribe, turn on notification bell, and watch all our previous live streaming. It's uploaded there. And if you are just joining today too, don't worry, you have not missed out too much. The replay will be posted shortly on YouTube. So you want to go subscribe and turn on notification. The last two questions: can somebody do Itefa? Then when he or she is around, do Itefa? Yes, you can. I've answered that question before. You can do Ishefa first and do Itefa when you're around or when you can afford it. Any other question? And can it be done for children as well? Yes, as long as your children are above 5 years old, you can do Itefa for them. If they're less than 5, just do Akosejai. After missing Akosejai, what next for children? Itefa, Itefa and Ishefa, Itefa and Ishefa. How do I know Orishas that crowned me? I was told my Orisha is Shango and Oshun. Now, the person that told you this, is it a practicing Ifa Isheshe person, or what is the person Santeria or Lukumi? If it is not Ifa and Isheshe, please, Ifa and Isheshe is not Santeria, it's not Lukumi. As much as they want to sound similar, it's different. In Ifa and Isheshe, when you do your Itefa, that is when you can know your Orisha. When you do your Ishefa and Itefa, that's when you can know your Orisha. There is no special divination that says, I want to find out my Orisha. It is during your Ishefa and your Itefa that you are told what Orishas you work with. You will be told during that divination. All right. So the person that told you, if you went through Ishefa and Itefa, yes. But if the person just randomly told you based on whatever, no, it doesn't work like that. Ifa doesn't have those random information that you just tell people. There is process for everything in Ifa and in Isheshe. For those in the UK with grown children, can parents stand in for them in proxy? What do you mean standing for them? For Ishefa, do you mean Ishefa? Ishefa, yeah, if it is Ishefa, you can do it for your children. It's just the same way as we are doing it for you. They are your children. You are your minor children. You can do it for them. Yes, you can do it for them. Send in their name and their mother's name, and you can do it for them. They're your children. So you can do it. At least you will be in custody of their Ifa until they are of age to be able to hold it. Not minor children. Please send me. I need to ask you certain questions. Send me a message via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is now pinned on the screen. Any other questions? Do we have any other question? Do we have any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Do we have any question on YouTube? Any other question? All right. In absence of questions, let us round up this teaching. How do we round up? Thank you very much for joining today. A tún ti kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ nínú Ifá lénìí. Ifá ti kọ́ wa àti rí ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye nínú Ifá lénìí. Now we know where our responsibility lies if we want to stop complaining about. So we're rounding off now. How do we round off our program? This is Sunday morning with Iyanifa Ewa, and this is the YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV, and the TikTok channel, Ifa College. So how do we round off? What's the next thing to do? What's the next thing on our program sheet for today? Thank you for joining, but we're rounding off already. So we round off by making our Iwure. Iwure is how we make prayers in Ifa in Isheshe, how we make prayers in Yoruba. Iwure simply means digging up blessings, to dig up blessings, to dig up blessings. That's what Iwure means. So we are going to have our Iwure. So while I'm making the Iwure, what you are going to be typing in your comment section is Ashe. Ashe. Ashe means, Ashe is like a stamp and a seal that you put on something and you say, so it is. Not so shall it be. It's not shall. Shall is future. Ashe is so it is. So it is. It is done. Yeah. Ashe, it is done. So, Edekashe wúre fẹ́ni. Akọ́dáyé àṣèbà, Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, Elédùmarè ọ̀gá ògo àṣèbà. A lè wí lè ṣe, a lè ṣe lè wí àṣèbà. Àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Àṣèbà alágbádá iná, àṣèbà aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ oòrùn. Kábíyèsí ọba òkè àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ̀run. Kábíyín òsí, Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, kábíyín òsí. Òràn ọmọ níṣẹ́ fàyà tí kábíyín òsí. Ọlọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ tí ń yọmọ ẹ̀ lọ́fìn ayé, kábíyín òsí. Aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ oòrùn, kábíyín òsí. Elédùmarè ọba tó dá wa, ọba tó mọ wá, ọba tó mọ̀ wá, a ní kábíyèsí o, kíbà wá ṣẹ. Ajagunmalè olúwo òde ọ̀run àṣèbà. Olúbíkin ọ̀sanyìnbíkin àṣèbà. Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà àtàwọn orúnmọlẹ̀ tó dilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire mú àṣèbà, a ní kíbà wá ṣẹ o. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pákẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fúngbà ọmọ ọlọ́mú ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fúngbà ọmọ ọlọ́mú, ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà, ẹ̀yin atẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òǹró, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòro mọ̀nìgà, ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má bòtán, àṣèbà 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 àṣèbà, a ní kíbà wá ṣẹ o. Ìbà ṣẹ, ìbà ṣẹ, ìbà ṣẹ, Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́, Ládékojú, ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi, alágbolódò, ẹ̀rùjí, ìyá mi ìwọ ni mò ń ké sí, aṣeore yèyé o, omi o, ọ̀tà o, ẹ̀rì o, àgbá o, ore yèyé Ọ̀ṣun o, àṣèbà. Ṣàngó, Olúkòso, Arábámbí, ọkọ Ọya, kábíyèsí Ṣàngó, àṣèbà, àkàtà yẹríyẹrì, iná lójú, iná nímú, iná lẹ́nu. Wọ́n ní èéfín là ń gbá láyé o, iná ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ bàbá mi lọ́run. Kábíyèsí Ṣàngó, àṣèbà àṣèbà àṣèbà, àṣekábíyèsí alágbádá iná aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ oòrùn. Ṣàngó ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, Ṣàngó là ń ké sí yẹn. Àṣèbà àṣèbà àṣèbà. Ògúnlákáyé ọ̀ṣìmọ̀lẹ̀, olómi nílé fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀ ọ̀láṣọ nílé fi mọ̀kímọ̀ bora. Wọ́n lólómi nílé ó ń fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀tá wa wẹ̀. Ó láṣọ nílé ó ń fi ẹran ara ọ̀tá wa ó fi ń ṣaṣọ ìbora. Ògún 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 àṣèbà. Ògún tó ń lànà, Ògún tó ń jà fún wa, àṣèbà àṣèbà, a ní kíbà wá ṣẹ o. Èṣù láàlú ògiri òkú, láàróyè òkú iṣẹ́ o. Láàróyè òkú iṣẹ́ o, tó ń ṣalárinà láàrin àwa àtàwọn ajogun, tó ń gbẹ́bọ wa, tó ń gbé fáwọn ajogun tó fi yín ẹ̀yìn padà, tó ń ṣalárinà láàrin àwa àtàwọn òrìṣà, tó ń gbé tùtù wa, tó ń gbẹ́bọ wa, tó ń gbé fáwọn òrìṣà. Èṣù láàlú ògiri òkú, láàróyè, wọn lẹ́lẹ́kún sunkún, láàróyè ń sùn jẹ, ẹlẹ́kún ń ṣunú, ẹlẹ́kún ń ṣomí, láàróyè ń ṣùnfún. Èṣù láàlú, òṣé àṣèbà, a ní kíbà wá ṣẹ o. A ní kó má ṣe wá ọmọ ẹlòmíì ni kó o ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ajé ògúngúlùsọ onísọ òbòjì, ajé tí ń ṣẹrú dọmọ, ajé tí ń kúnni lọ́wọ́, ajé àṣèbà ajé, àṣèbà ajé, àṣèbà ajé, àṣèbà ajé ní gbogbo ibi tó wà. Kí gbogbo ibi tí ajé wá wà, a pè ọ́ lóhùn ìfẹ́, a ní kó wá jẹ́ wa lóhùn tiwa. Àṣèbà ọ, a ní kíbà wá ṣẹ. Àṣèbà orí àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá, orí wa tí ò gbàbọ̀dẹ̀, orí tí ò fi wá sílẹ̀, orí tí ò kọ̀yìn sí wa, orí tó ń dúró tì wá, àṣèbà orí, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá, àṣèbà àwọn ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá wá sáyé, ìyá àti bàbá tá a tara wọn jáde wá sílé ayé, àṣèbà àwọn tó wà láyé pẹ̀lú wa, àwọn tó ti re bí àgbáre, àṣèbà. Àṣèbà ìyẹn aláṣekù, àṣèbà òrìṣà eégún tó dúró fún àwọn baba ńlá baba wa, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ṣáwó kù sẹ́yìn fún wa, àṣèbà. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ lànà fún wa, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ tẹ̀lú ìdó, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ní ká máa ṣáwó ká máa ṣèbà, àṣèbà aníkíbà wa ṣe ọ́. Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn kábíyèsí lọ́balọ́ba níjòyè níjòyè, àṣèbà gbogbo babaláwo, ìyá àbíyè, baba lórìṣà, ìyá lórìṣà, àwọn àpètẹ̀bí, àṣèbà àwọn ọ̀ràn, gbogbo àwọn eléwé ọmọ, gbogbo àwọn oníṣègùn, gbogbo àwọn tó ń já ewé, tó ń já egbò, àwọn tó ń jókòó, tó ń dáni lóhùn, àwọn tó ní kífá máa jẹ́, àwọn tó ní kífá sì wà láyé dèmí, àṣèbà yín o, aníkíbà wa ṣe. Ọlọ́mọdé tó bá wọlé tó bá júbà, òun ló máa roko dalẹ́. Àwa tún ti wọlé àti júbà lẹ́yìn, aníkíbà wa ṣe ọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ síbí, àṣèbà orí yín o, àṣèbà orí o, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá o, aníkíbà wa ṣe ọ́. Elédùmarè ọba òkè, ẹ wá gba gbogbo ìbà tá a ti mú wálé yìí, kó má hun wá o, torí bá òkè ń hun ọmọ ènìyàn, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èní lọ́jọ́ ìsinmi, èní ni ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá, ọ̀sẹ̀ àwọn ìyá mi, ọ̀sẹ̀ eégún, ọ̀sẹ̀ ọba mẹ́fà. Àwọn òrìṣà tó lọ́sẹ̀ léni tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún kọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ìgbà, kó má dà sí wa lára, kó tù wá lára, kọ́sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ léni kó tù wá lára, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, kí bá wa ṣe ọ́. Ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun la tún mú léni nínú ọ̀sẹ̀ iṣẹ́, ọ̀la lọ́jọ́ ajé, ọjọ́ tá à ń pè ní ọjọ́ ajé tá a fi ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní bá wọn jáde lékú lọ́wọ́, àní jáde láàrùn lọ́wọ́, àní rí wàhálà, àní rí jàǹbọ̀, àní rárìn fẹsẹ̀ sí, àní rálákòóbá, àní rádàbá, àwa gan ò ní fọwọ́ ara wa, àní fi ṣera wa, àní ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé o, àní ṣíléwọ̀ o, àní ṣìrí, àní tẹ ojú ayé mọ́lẹ̀. Ijọ́ tí ebi bá ń pọ̀nà tí òògùn ń fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó fi ń pa títì láró, èmi àti yín àní bá wọn rìn níbẹ̀, tọkọ tọmọ táyà tẹbí tọ̀rẹ́, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èṣù láàlú àti ṣèbà fún ọ, má ṣe wá ọmọ ilé, kéṣù ti gbogbo àwọn ọ̀tá wa, kó tì wọ́n gbọ̀ngbọ̀n, kó tì wọ́n lu ògún, kó bá ìwọ́lá ké sí ká má rí já omi o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá dìde lòdì sí wa, tọkọ tẹbí tará tọmọ ṣiṣẹ́, ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́, iye mọ̀mí dà sínú wọn tọmọtọmọ lórí yín, lórí àwọn ọmọ yín, tọ́lá wọn gbọ́wọ́ kọ́wọ́ lórí àwọn ọmọ yín, lórí iṣẹ́ yín ni o. Gbogbo ọwọ́ tí gbogbo bó bá ṣe fẹ́ lanu báyìí kọ́ máa pe orúkọ ara wọn sí, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Òkò tí a bá sọnù ọ̀pẹ̀lọpẹ̀ ń sọnù ẹni tó bá sọ̀kò ìbànújẹ́ lé yín tọmọtọmọ tara ti lé tẹbí ti ṣẹ́, kókò yẹn máa padà lọ sórí wọn, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹni tó lórí èmi àti yín kọ́ máa fọwọ́ ara wọn báyìí kọ́ máa fi gbé. Làwọn fẹ́ jókòó sí nítorí tiyín tó ń gbẹ́bọ ọ̀kà lórí yín, ìdí ẹbọ yẹn ló máa kú sí, ẹbọ yẹn ló máa pa wọ́n, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹni tó bá ní ó kú bí tèmi àti yín máa gbé gbà níṣojú wọn báyìí, a máa gbé débi gíga, a máa kọ́lé mọ́lé, a máa ṣoríire mọ́ tilẹ̀, a máa bímọ lémọ, àdẹ̀ ní bá wọn gbọ́mọ sí, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹni tó bá wá ní kò ní ṣojú òun, ó di dandan kó ṣẹ̀yìn ẹ̀, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa jàkà máa rí o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n lọ́mọ kí máa rí o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n lọ́mọ kéré ó tóbi ní ọwọ́ méjèèjì báyìí lọ́mọ aráyé fi ń gbé gẹ̀gẹ̀, ọmọ aráyé wa máa gbé àti ń gẹ̀gẹ̀, tọkọ tọmọ tẹbí tará ti ṣẹ́, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa báyìí ó ti bọ́ síre. Wọ́n níjọ́ tí òrí bá fojú kan ọ̀run, níjọ́ yẹn ló ń yọ, kọ́mọ aráyé máa yọ́nú sí wa. Iṣọ́kùnrin ni, òṣobìnrin ni, ọmọdé ni, àgbà ni, dúdú ni, funfun ni, lébọ olóògùn ni, amọ́niṣe ni, afàìmọ́niṣe ni, oṣoolé ni, àjẹ́lé ni, kọ́ wa máa yọ́nú sí wa. Àṣeni tán bá ní dárò ni kán máa yọ́nú sí wa o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní ojú adìyẹ kì í sé lára àgbàdo, ojú ọmọ aráyé ò ní sé lára èmi àti yín, fún re, fún ayọ̀, fún ìdùnnú, fún ojú rere, fún ìlọsíwájú, fún ìgbéga, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà níbi iṣẹ́, tẹ́ ẹ ń ṣiṣẹ́ aládàáni, tẹ́ ẹ ń ṣiṣẹ́ bó o jí mi kí n jí ẹ, tẹ́ ẹ ti wà lójú kan lẹ́nu iṣẹ́, ẹ rí lọ síwájú, ẹ rí ìgbéga. Àwọn ọmọ tó wá síbi wọ́n ti bá yín bẹ̀, wọ́n ti fi yín sílẹ̀. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, nǹkan kí nǹkan tó bá dè yín mọ́lẹ̀ sójú kan, àwọn alálẹ̀ yìí, Ifá ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín, Ifá tó rí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe, á bá yín tún ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹbọ àtètùtù tẹ́ ẹ ní láti ṣe láti yọ nínú ẹ̀, ajé á pèsè ẹ̀ fún yín, ajé á fi ṣe é nírọ̀rùn fún yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ṣe ń rúbọ yẹn, ẹbọ á fín, ẹbọ á dà, ẹbọ á dòdì ọ̀run. Ẹ̀yin náà á rí ìgbéga lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Kò sí ìgbéga towó, ìgbéga tipò láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá ń sáré lórí iṣẹ́ oníṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ ti ń gba owó oṣù yẹn, ẹ ní ṣe lásán. Ìjọ tó bá ń pín ẹ̀tọ́ yín, ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi wọn ò ní fi ṣe, ẹ̀yin jókòó bá tẹ máa gbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ ní ṣiṣẹ́ lásán o, ẹ ní báráyé fọwọ́ tì o, ẹ ní ṣiṣẹ́ fóníṣẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n lọ́mọ ẹ̀ta ní kọ́kọ́ tà kọ́mọ ẹlòmíràn tà, ẹ̀yin lẹ kọ́kọ́ máa tà. Ata warawara ta jèrè báyìí ní ṣèbí inú igbó ni obì ń wà. Ọmọ aráyé ńlànà kan ni. Àwọn olówó, àwọn ọlọ́lá, àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn lẹ́ẹ̀kan lóríkun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé yìí, wọ́n á lànà owó kan yìí, wọ́n á lànà ọlá kan yìí, wọ́n á lànà ọlà kan yìí. Àwọn tó nílò nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ń tà àtàwọn tó nílò iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń ṣe tówó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn, àwọn ló máa wá yín rí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ibi gbogbo tá a bá kọjú sí lọ́sẹ̀ yìí, ire ló máa jẹ́ fún wa. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin aláboyún tẹ́ ẹ diwọ́ tẹ́ ẹ disẹ̀ sínú, ọjọ́ òkúnlẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ìrọ̀rùn lélẹ́dùmarè á fi ṣe o. Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́ ládékojú iyèmí á sì yín wọlé. Ẹrù tẹ́ ẹ dì sínú ẹ̀ sọ láyọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní fìyà ọmọ, wọn ò ní fi ṣàwátì, wọn ò ní fi bàbá ọmọ, wọn ò ní fi ṣàwátì. Ẹ ní bí òkú ọmọ ẹrù tálábíàmọ ètú, wọn ò ní gbé wá kákọ̀ọ́kan nù wa mọ́lé. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tá à ń ṣe làálàá kòókòó jọ̀ǹjọ̀ lórí wọn, àwa la máa jèrè àwọn ọmọ wa. Ayé ò ní fọmọ dà wá láàmú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àìsàn kéré ó tóbi ni, ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi kankan nú ẹ̀ ṣe wá. Àwọn àgbàlagbà tó wà nílé wa tó ti dàgbà tó ti darúgbó, ayé ò ní fa àìsàn wọn, wọn ò ní fi dà wá láàmú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èyí tá a wí lénìí, àṣẹ ti gùn, arọ ti rọ̀ mọ́. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní àbálá lágẹmọ máa ń dá, òrìṣà òkè ló ń fàṣẹ sí. A tún ti dábàá tiwa lénìí, òrìṣà òkè ti bá wa fàṣẹ sí. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nítorí pé àwíṣẹ ni ti fá, àfọ̀ṣẹ ni tọ̀rúnmìlà. Èyí tá a wí lénìí, arọ ti rọ̀ mọ́, àṣẹ ti gùn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ, àṣẹ, àṣẹ. Thank you very much. As I always say, onírú ṣe, ọlọ́bẹ̀ ṣe, ẹ̀yin oní TikTok ẹ ṣe, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí YouTube ẹ ṣe, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa rí replay náà ẹ kọ́ ìbínú ire gbogbo báyìí òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa o. Thank you very much for joining. Until next week Sunday again, I remain your host Iyanifa Awobankefa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa, the founder of Ifa College, the first soon to be accredited online university of private university of Yoruba and Ifa studies from Nigeria to the rest of the world, where we teach the undiluted, unwatered down truth about Ifa, about Isheshi and African spirituality. We unlearn the misconceptions and the lies that we have been taught. We learn the truth and we relearn the facts about our life. And above everything, I teach you how to appropriate it into your everyday life so that the quality of your life will be better. Ifá gbè wá o, Ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ wọ́n á gbè wá. Please help me post the WhatsApp number. If you have any questions, you want to make consultations, you want to make any inquiry, just send a message via the WhatsApp number that is now pinned on your screen. Or you check the description box of this video if you are catching a replay on YouTube. If you are not following the YouTube channel, please hurry to YouTube and follow the YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV. And don't forget, we have a birthday date on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday is my birthday. And I'm going to be giving the biggest giveaway you have ever seen. Yes. Come one, come all. Invite your friends, share with family. And thank you very much for joining. Until next week again, when we come your way. Àwa lẹ máa máa rí, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa máa bá, wọn ò ní fẹ́ lòmíì ṣe wá o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kí Ifá ó bá ní ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá ní ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwo kù sẹ́yìn, kọ́ bá wa ṣe. àní kí Ifá ó bá wa ṣe é, kí Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe é, àwọn tó ṣàwo kù sẹ́yìn kọ́ bá wa ṣe é. Wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń ṣẹnu rere yin awo làwo ń yin Ifá, Ifá ń yin Elédùmarè ọba, bẹ́ẹ̀ lèmi àti yín á máa ṣẹnu rere yin awo wa o. Àwọn àyìnfá, Ifá yin Elédùmarè nítorí èmi àti yín. Mo ṣẹ̀làbọ̀rú, mo ṣẹ̀làbọ̀yè, mo ṣẹ̀làbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ o, mo ṣògbó àtọ́ yín o. Àsúre ìwòrìwò fún ire báyìí la máa bára wa ṣe o. Àṣẹ. Thank you for the gift. Everybody that gave gift. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Àbùdí ni tolóògbé, àbùdí ni tọlọ́sà, àbùdí ni tiyín á máa jẹ́. Ire látọ̀sún, ire látòsì, ire láti gúúsù, látàríwá, láti ìlà oòrùn, láti ìwọ̀ oòrùn. Òun lọmọ aráyé á gbé wá fún yín. Ire lódindi tátàrí ń di tiẹ̀ báyìí. Òun lẹ máa di tí ẹ̀ ní gbárí àbọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ojú ò ní tì yín o. Ẹ̀ ní mọ sàárè ọmọ. Ibi tẹ́ ti ń mú gift tẹ́ ti ń fún wa, Elédùmarè á máa bá yín bù nílọ́po nílọ́po. Mo ṣògbó àtọ́ yín o. That prayer was for all our gifters. Even if you did not hear what I said, just say àṣẹ. Your Ori has accepted it. Your Eleda has accepted it. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. Thank you.